Okay, what's going on, guys? It's Friday. You know what that means. It's classic fight night, boys. It's classic fight night. The best night of the week to see some of the best fights of all time. Some of my favorites, hopefully some of your favorites. As always, let me know what you guys want. Gotti Mayweather. Okay, Minnie, we will do that one first. Hold on, let me set that one up. I have one I want to do that I think you'll also appreciate, but we'll do that one first. What's going on, Tap? What's going on, brother? Shrek going multilingual on us. All right, we will get, because Minnie has requested it, Gotti Mayweather will be the first one. Wes! I can in for that at least 5 minutes tonight. Yeah, there you go, brother. All right, so we will do Gotti Mayweather. Let me get the right thing going on. Laptop is taking 5 hours to connect to chat. Jesus Christ, Shrek. What's going on there, brother? Okay. First one. Gotti versus Mayweather. That is the request from Minnie. That is what we will do first. Then I have a amazing fight afterwards. One of my favorite fights. It's up there with one of my all-time favorites. Wes, I always love having you here, brother. Okay. Gotti Mayweather. This one, I mean, this is a classic. All right.
Then Mayweather. The height slightly in favor of Mayweather. The reach significantly in favor of Mayweather. And Gotti is not usually at a reach disadvantage.
Ah, Wes, she's always welcome. I am glad you're here, though, man. This is a classic. Young Mayweather, too.
Big thing, Dick, is Gotti faces more speed than he's ever seen, and Mayweather probably sees more power than he's ever.
By the way, if you are on YouTube, make sure to change your quality settings, because we are streaming in like 720-ish. This should be much better quality. I'm looking at my own kind of feed right now. If you're on Twitch, you don't have to worry about it. But Wes, anyone that's on YouTube, make sure to hit that little gear icon and put it to higher quality, because it's going to show on low quality for you. It's going to be like 480 or something like that. Anyways, let's get back to it. Yes, this is classic. Classic. It's Mayweather, but good. Yeah.
In front of Mayweather. They're not going to hit him on, they can't hit him on the chin. Nobody can hit him on the chin.
Wes, I can see that.
Don't sit in front of him. But you got to get to his body.
Look at the stance of Gotti. Look how wide that is.
Move on some angles and then punish him to the body if they get that opportunity. Yeah, he is tough to hit to the head, because watch Mayweather's head movement makes himself more elusive. It would be probably a second.
Hell yeah, Wes.
Punch that would get him if you land to the head.
Oh, beautiful right from Mayweather. That lead left from Mayweather is deadly.
Third fight at the junior welterweight level for Mayweather. He is the former super featherweight champion. And
Mayweather confuses his wife as us punching back. Oh! Mayweather, that's super, with the based take right there. Super based. And funny take.
2 hours. And he got off that scale. He went to eat and he put the weight on.
Look at Mayweather's shoes, by the way, and the tassels. So much flair.
28 pounds to get ready for this fight. That was a lot to take off during training.
Conor has the same problem, but with old people. Yeah, he does.
Tremendous amounts of weight to get ready for a fight, so I was kind of surprised.
Look at the footwear they're wearing, by the way. So old school. It looks like Converse. Mayweather getting the best of the exchange at the end. I mean, Gotti's footwear looks like it's like complete garbage. Conor influenced Jake into beating up old people. Yeah, basically.
If he gets nailed, will he go back to the old Gatti, or will he be this version? It's an interesting question.
I mean, this is an older
He's
Gotti.
been pretty disciplined over his last 6 fights.
Look at that wide stance, though. I can't get over it from Gotti.
He's done
He
well
looks
in
so much slower. So much slower from the Ward fights.
what he's been doing the last 6
Mayweather
fights.
looks young, crisp, quick, sharp.
He's in with a very talented fighter.
I mean, God, looking at Gotti's eye, his eye's already closing up.
Happen, it would be after he got hit. But this has been where he would like to wage the fight.
and you see how quick Mayweather is.
That lead left eye from Gotti's already closing up. Yeah, dude, Gotti was an unbelievable fighter.
You can't appeal to
Protect
the
yourself at all times, motherfucker. Oh, shit. Protect yourself at all times.
That's right, he's going to take a standing.
I don't agree with Floyd much,
How
but
could he not?
you got to protect yourself.
First shot, and Gotti looked over. Well, that might
Floyd
change,
don't care, man.
controlled nature of the
Is that Jay-Z? By the way, do you see Jay-Z in the front?
Win round 1.
Is that Jay-Z in the
fight.
front?
Look here. There's Mayweather. Has his hands
Dude,
on
yeah,
Gotti.
I don't
The
swear
referee-
much. So the deal is, look, in my like videos, I don't swear because I have family that, you know, they wouldn't appreciate that. Live streams, a little different.
Here we go, round 2.
Live streams gets a little bit more real.
He has taken a standing 8 count, round 1.
Yeah, YouTube also, exactly. Like,
He's not in a position to see.
if you're tuning into a live stream, you're here because, you know,
And we're also
you want to hear my honest take, not hear me censor myself. But during like videos, there's no real reason for me to like, you know, curse all that much.
and didn't get called for it. That could've
Man,
been a
Gotti
devastating
just looks
shot.
so slow.
Again, Gotti being held
I
down
forgot.
low.
I mean, good head movement right there, but his footwork is so slow. Cuss words get things, yeah, going. Exactly.
Flurries that he can fire out so
Beer
quickly.
gets cuss words going, though.
Left hand got his face.
Now you saw Gotti lunging there, and this is the real
I
challenge
try not to
of
cuss
whether
too
he can
much.
maintain his boxing
There's plenty of
when
boxing channels that cuss way
your
too much.
emotions would indicate you might be rattled in there.
You know,
There's the,
I got
short
family
fight
members
coming up
and, you know,
getting Gotti.
everything else that watch my stuff.
Well, this has all the makings of something that could be a pretty
So I try to be pretty PC in terms of my actual like content videos.
To go to the body.
All of the above, exactly, Wes.
One of those Leonard Doreen body shots.
They
There's
tried
one.
to-
Man, Gotti
caught by Mayweather.
trying to get a little bit nasty in there. Look at Pam hanging around. No, no, nothing like that. More like in-laws.
Mayweather was so quick. So quick.
That's Jay-Z in the front. Do you guys see Jay-Z with the white jacket and the pink shirt?
There's a right hand, left.
Oh wow, Mayweather's just tagging him. Gotti's eyes closing up bad.
There's the right body head.
I attended Mayweather versus oh man, I mean Pacquiao. Whoa, oh my God, dude.
Controversial knockdown in the first round.
I have so many mixed feelings about Manny versus Mayweather.
Go to the body and Mayweather just shoots
To
out.
define Manny Pacquiao's legacy based off that fight is criminal. That's my take. It's freaking criminal to say that Manny Pacquiao's career is defined by that fight. I hate that.
Diego Corrales and made sure, very
Dude, yeah, all I see is face blasts. Yeah, dude, Mayweather's just lighting him up. Lighting him up.
Right here for Gotti is to weather this
Manny versus Mayweather was 10 years, oh, too late. Oh, yeah. It was at least 5 to 8 years too late.
Draw right, landing those combinations with lightning speed.
I mean, look at Mayweather, dude. He's so sharp. So sharp.
He's turning Gotti now.
And when he turns to the side, he's able to.
And guys, I hate to say this, and I don't want to take anything from Mayweather, but come on, man. Come on, man. Like this isn't the This isn't Gotti from like Gotti versus Ward 1. This isn't the OG Gotti. Like, this is like old Gotti.
Floyd Mayweather,
People were saying that Manny waited for. Oh, yeah, I know.
in his own right,
I disagree with that.
and Gotti trained by Bud
Disagree with that. One guy in particular in that combination between Manny and Floyd is very, very much driven by a certain amount of money. I'll let you guess who.
Gatti needs to jab.
Mayweather looks like he's not even trying. Yeah.
Mayweather can't time him. Look at Mayweather
I mean,
throwing
Mayweather's
him
just looking so
getting
sharp.
off balance
If he
just
did that
enough.
then, that backfired very quickly, yeah.
Mayweather said, "I'm going to box circles around him." and go
FYI, all
punish him.
Wes, you actually have some decent points tonight, though. I know you're not the biggest boxing guy, but you're bringing out some, like, this is why Classic Fight Night is important. Wes, Classic Fight Night is so that you can watch some of the best examples of boxing and learn. That's what it's for, brother.
Gotti should pressure him, go after him, even if he gets peppered. If he gets
And yeah,
tired,
everything you're saying is very true.
wear him down a little bit physically, but I think Mayweather's just too quick.
I hate Floyd as a person, but people don't give him enough credit. Yeah, I mean,
And he throws double.
he
punches.
developed
And look at that. You block
he developed a brand new, I mean,
down the middle.
he revolutionized defensive boxing.
Third round action.
And he did it in a way that,
Anticipated fight.
although isn't always everyone's favorite,
Down, and he's
he
been
did it.
Campaigning to fight the winner of this.
I mean,
Now Mayweather's warned about getting the punches up.
do I plan on streaming Fury versus Wilder night? Absolutely, Tap. Yeah, man.
He's able to sit down on the
I am planning on streaming. The only thing I'm not planning on streaming is, let me double check. There's one night in particular.
You know it boils down to for Gotti, he will need the ball.
My wife's going to
at
take a
some point in
quick
this
little
fight.
trip back home. So I have to not be relevant that night.
For Gotti,
Ooh.
that one little
That would be
time,
probably the 17th with his Jamel Charlo,
land a big body shot.
that fight.
So I think a body
But
shot-
other than that, yes, I will be relevant for that fight. I will be here. I will be live streaming for that, of course.
Then from his perspective,
Was it Mayweather that 50 Cent was shitting on? I can't remember. The hype for Wilder versus Fury is getting to me. Dude, yeah, I agree. Like, that's going to be a interesting fight.
Mayweather has a good chin
Saying,
as well.
read the first chapter of Harry Potter and I'll pay you X amount of dollars. Charlo's fights are boring. I mean, Charlo versus Castaneau is a really good fight. That night I won't be. I don't think I'll be streaming. My wife will be
Sprinting off his stool.
seeing her friend, so I'll have to end up. She'll be at a baby shower, so I'll have to
Instructions.
be dad for that night. I know, man. Still connecting, just like
Trying to rotate the shoulders
like
a little bit.
this is not classic. Like, if you watch Gotti like we did when we watched Gotti 1, 2, and 3 with Ward, this is not classic Gotti.
Mayweather cannot just leap into him. Watch where Mayweather starts his attack from. He's so fast.
It's the one criticism I have for Mayweather.
That adds power because of the way he's doing it. He's keeping his.
He always picks washed up Gotti. He always picks really good fighters that are not in their prime. And that said, he beats them, but
Mayweather will also
you know.
southpaw once in a while.
Imagine if Teofimo Lopez beat
Excellent defense.
a Lomachenko that was like 37 years old.
Toy with opponents.
Like, no one would give him that much credit nowadays. Look at I mean, Gotti just looks old, slow, and just, he's getting lit up. The next fight, boys, I have is incredible, though.
He is so quick.
Oh, yeah, Manny. Oh, dude. Manny, I think, would crush Floyd if they did a rematch right now.
Because of the jabs not being out there. If he's just pawing with it, Mayweather comes storming behind it.
You hate to see a legend like Gotti just get brutalized, right?
difficult to fight him.
Floyd is like 44. I know. And that's the thing. Like, anyone that says like Manny waited for Floyd to get old, Floyd's like 2 years older, like a year and a half, 2 years older. Like, give me a fucking break.
Well, he's been outpointed before. He's been in difficult fights before.
Yeah, this is back when Floyd didn't care about breaking his hands
He would just like to buy a little accuracy right
in
now.
every fight.
He's taking a lot of criticism that he's fought B-level fighters, that his management has set it up for him and all that.
I mean, this is like classic Floyd too, like dangerous Floyd.
Test for Mayweather as well.
And some of the,
He's hitting hard and he's like hitting with intention. This is like when Floyd was like a bad man in a way, like hungry Floyd. Look at this. I'm gonna punish you in the ring, Floyd.
Mayweather is scoring at will.
Mind you, this is kind of the general Floyd people always talk about, like, oh, would Canelo beat Floyd back in the day, like in their primes kind of thing?
The left took 3 big shots as Gatti walked into. Now it's 5. He just walked into it.
And it's like,
Infinite quickness by
I mean,
Mayweather. He will not
despite
let
the
Gatti
huge weight difference, yeah, I don't know about that.
Round 5, and the thing we want to keep our eye on, Dave, is will Gatti's eyes start to swell?
I mean, his eyes swelling like crazy. No, Canelo couldn't even beat an out of prime Floyd. I think a prime Canelo, like current Canelo,
These are laser shots
it's
that
so
can
hard to say like what would happen there because
shoulder of Mayweather come up
he's so much bigger than Floyd.
Gatti's left eye is
He's fighting monsters at different weight classes.
and both fighters have had hand troubles over the years.
Canelo's fighting guys that are like over 6 feet tall,
Yeah, Gatti, broke his
giving
hand
up significant
right
reach,
here in the
like,
third,
you know, Callum
fourth
Smith,
fight
and
against
out jabbing
Floyd in
him.
the third fight. Went on to win the
So
fight with one
it's
hand.
tough. It's tough to say how that would all play out because you can't really compare the two in a way.
Missing over the top. Gatti jabbed, and when he missed Mayweather, he ducked so that he could avoid the
No, exactly.
And that's when they tied
Exactly.
up.
Prime Floyd, Prime Canelo is right now. It would not be fair. It's not a fair comparison. It's not a fair
Gatti should
comparison.
fire that left hand, and then knowing that Mayweather will charge at him, try to hit him with an uppercut. The timing play.
Fifth round action.
But
Again,
that said,
holding behind
you know,
the head.
it would be
To make
interesting
sure that
if
Gatti won't
they
get up
could
for
meet in the middle somehow. Somehow.
So what we're seeing is Gatti
I mean,
is
Floyd's
trying to
always been a
win with his
small
jab
guy.
here.
When Gatti goes in like he just did,
I mean, look at that shoulder of Floyd right there. Look at the shoulder of Floyd, by the way.
And now Mayweather warned about
Prime
the
De
elbow.
La Hoya versus Prime Canelo. Same weight class. Ooh, mini. Ooh. 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 Ooh, you got me drooling on that one. Look at that front shoulder of Floyd. Yeah, the speed is unreal. Look at the front shoulder of Floyd and just the classic defense and just, oh, beautiful. I mean, the accuracy from Floyd is incredible. Incredible accuracy from Floyd in this fight. I mean, like I said, it's Gotti, it's old Gotti, it's washed Gotti, but still, like, the accuracy is impressive. The movement's impressive. The speed is impressive. I mean, God, look how pretty Floyd looks after 5 rounds with Gotti. Oh, God, he's just punishing him.
he's had various people manage him. He once was handled by
Who do I
his
think
father,
wins?
got rid of him.
De La Hoya versus Canelo.
It's doubtful whether he'd be able to take this fight because of that. And that ends round
I
five.
want to say
Here's another
Prime
look at
Canelo.
the Mayweather explosion, good right hand. This is what started his
I want to say that.
good round. Gotti had been doing well.
I'm going to say it's more like a 60-40 fight.
Mayweather, and then they built up to more.
Like 60% in Canelo's favor, 40% for like De La Hoya, because like Prime De La Hoya was
Let me
like
ask you this,
fast.
Dave.
Like he had hand
Eddie
speed
obviously is trying to
that
do some boxing
was
here. He
really
just doesn't have
impressive.
the quickness and the moves that Mayweather has.
And like Like, boxing-wise, he was so sound at that point in his career.
Start the brawl. He's got to do something.
I would lean towards Canelo, but it's so hard because it's like it's so long ago. I mean, you're talking about almost 30 years ago, and that's like me comparing a fighter from the 90s to a fighter in the 60s. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's tough to tell because it's like different eras, different competition. I will say the competition, De La Hoya had unreal competition, and he fought unreal competition from the get-go. It would be a good fight, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna lean towards Canelo, but it's only because I'm basing it. I mean, it's so hard, you know. Mick Goober almost beat. Oh my God, Gotti's taking brutal. Good Shrek. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Mick Goober almost beat Floyd.
Gotti literally has nothing to lose.
Oh, Gotti's just being brutalized right now.
How much will they allow him to take also in his corner? He's trying to.
Floyd went easy on Conor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I mean, Floyd was smart. He knew what was going on.
Can you summon
Con man Mick Goober.
Obviously, he won't be able to just get in.
Oh, Gotti. It hurts my heart, man. Just an idea. You should hit up Portland Boxing Club next time you visit. See if they'd let you upload some fights at the club. Yeah, no, that's a good idea, Wes. Dude, but when I'm home, you know when I'm home. I mean, Wes, when I'm home, I'm bringing all my firearms, and we're doing, like, you know, a bunch of shooting in the woods. Things I like about Floyd is, yeah, he is a showman. Absolutely. He knows what to do to get people to buy the next fight. Absolutely. I mean, look at this. Floyd knew how to sell a fight. I know you do. Dude, Wes, you got to try out my AR, man. You got to build up. You got to try out my custom build. You'd like that quite a bit. Some of my other stuff I have too, my wheel gun and stuff. You'd have a good time with. Look at Leonard Ellerby, man. Young Leonard Ellerby in the corner right there. Yeah, throwing the towel, absolutely, man. You're just letting them get punished at this point. Yeah, stop it. Oh yeah, how vibrant! Look at that. McGirt right there, man. Dude, that's a classic trainer right there, too. Good trainer.
They made it sooner rather than later, and they made the right one.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Heads up, they're throwing bottles. Hold up. Better watch it.
Gotti was getting absolutely punished during that. Yeah, no, I get that. Like, that's the version of Mayweather that a lot of people associate with. A lot of people do. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite fights. Floyd, you outbeaten out. I mean, Gotti, yeah, shut up. Exactly. Fucking Gotti looks like one of the hens. Dude, yeah, no. You ready? You guys ready for this one? This is one of my all-time favorite fights. Now, I gotta give the build up for this fight. It involves one of my favorite fighters of all time, Manny fucking Pacquiao. Manny went into this fight and everyone said he's too small, doesn't hit hard enough, he's not fast enough. Everyone said he's gonna lose this fight. Mind you, this is after Margarito had just cheated and had illegal hand wraps that were using like a cement compound so that when he would sweat, his hand wraps would literally get harder against Shane Mosley Yeah, and Cotto, yes. This is classic Margarito. Going against a man that's 5'11". We're looking at 154 pounds. Manny Pacquiao is 5'5", walks around wet at 143 pounds maybe. So this fight is one of my favorite fights of all time because it's David versus Goliath. Everyone's saying there's no way this could happen. Butterbean better. Oh, we'll do a Butterbean fight. Don't worry. Butterbean's always going to be in the cards.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the eighth wonder of the world of sports and entertainment, Mr. Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Arlington, Texas, USA. Bob Arum's Top-Ranked Boxing and MP Promotions are proud to present the main event of the evening. 12
I would be interested in seeing an episode about cheating and all the methods used. That shit is interesting. Oh, dude, you want to watch that? Wes, wait, hold on. Wes, chat, everyone else, Shrek, Mini, do you guys want to watch? There's a video I love that talks about all about the different levels of cheating that's happened in boxing. We could watch that video and we could react to it. I doubt I would get a copyright strike or anything like that for it. Dude, there's a whole video about that, Wes. We could watch it right after this fight. You guys, wait. Hold on. Do you want to watch after this or before this? Let's do it before, maybe. Let's do it before. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe we do it before this, leading into this. That's a good idea, actually. Hold on. That might be a really good idea. Now, I haven't vetted every one of this. It would be a good lead up. Exactly. Okay. Over 2 years old. It's 30 minutes long. Let me see if there's another one. Okay. Hold on.
Was just
Motivedia. I love Motivedia. We'll do his. Because his is going to be strictly on the sweet revenge of Cotto over Margarito. We'll do that. We'll do that first.
satisfying, the most satisfying moment in my career.
Fight fans, welcome back. As the second feature of our Unforgettable Night series, we switch stance to the darker side of the sweet science. The word scandal in boxing is usually reserved for doping violations or dubious decisions.
And I think that is a terrible, bogus decision.
Though, with pride and patriotism on the line, the welterweight warfare between Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarito remains one of the most iniquitous yet bittersweet boxing moments of all time.
Suddenly, every time Margarito touched Cotto, it was leaving a mark. And it was spooky.
And they want a form of blood revenge tonight.
So keep your friends close and your enemies closer as we bring you the sweetest revenge in boxing history.
Yeah, there we go, baby.
There's blood in Margarito's right eye.
There is a Cotto said he would target it.
Epic fight with an epic conclusion.
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
Wes, the reason I can pull stuff up so quickly is I have to admit, I have an addiction to boxing. I have an absolute addiction. I've probably spent the last 4 or 5 years watching like every video like this on YouTube as much as possible, to a point that like I'm super, super addicted to just like seeking old fights out. I did not watch every single old fight out there. I have not seen everything in boxing, everything like that. I can honestly tell you that there's holes and gaps in my knowledge in terms of boxing and certain fighters especially. But I have an addiction in terms of learning as much as possible. And so that's why I know these videos, because I know exactly where I learn this stuff, as well as like stuff from like Joe Louis and guys from like you know, 1930s, 1940s, like learning that stuff. It was all about like seeking it out and like watching an excessive amount of this stuff or listening to an excessive amount of this stuff. Sometimes during work hours when I'm at, you know, work. But anyways, I think it's super important though. That's why Friday Fight Night, like Classic Fight Night, is all about this. Like it's I'm learning stuff. I hope you guys are learning stuff. It's kind of like education for all of us, you know? One day we can watch the old fights. Oh, no, Shrek. I absolutely want to do that. I definitely want to do that. Max Schmeling versus Joe Louis, especially number 2 after watching number 1. Like, those are important fights to watch. Classic Fight Night is about watching and learning about boxing. That's the point of this whole night. We watch stuff like this. We learn about stuff together. Whether you know a lot or you don't, like, it's really important. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me get this scumbag out of here really quick. You know, let me just, you know, deal with some classic Twitch garbage. There we go. You're banned. Okay. That's the whole point of Classic Fight Night. Yeah, don't worry. He's banned. He can't say anything more. Classic Fight Night is all about learning about boxing, learning about the sweet science of thing. Yeah, don't worry, man. This guy just got banned. So, like, that's the whole point of Classic Fight Night, is that we learn about boxing. You guys have questions like, hey, what about this guy versus this guy? What about this versus that? What about this fight? Or I heard about this guy. I don't know a lot about, like, maybe Rocky Marciano or, you know, Willie Pep or, you know, like different, you know, Sugar Ray Robinson. I don't know anything about him, but everyone tells me he's the best boxer ever. Like, it's important that we, like, have a discussion and we can all, you know, make sure to, like, watch these things together so we can learn together. So anyways, this is one of my favorite videos. Motivedia is an excellent channel. Yeah. If you guys have anything that you guys want, let me know. I will always try to accommodate.
Way hard to watch, but in a way you couldn't look away.
We're on an island here in Puerto Rico which has produced so many great names in boxing. Among them, Wilfredo Gomez, Tito Trinidad.
Seriously, Shrek, yeah. 0 to the chat.
Toward being on that list.
By the summer of 2008, a 27-year-old Miguel Cotto was already a fan favorite.
Cotto has energy. What a vicious struggle. Glory in the garden.
After making his first few dents
Richard
in the 147-pound
no, I haven't,
division,
man.
he was widely
Minnie,
considered at the time as the most serious threat to Floyd's unbeaten resume.
If I had to go to war and fight hard, he's not going to be able to outfight me in a war. Cotto is not going to be able to outfight me.
He'd shown heart against Judah.
Oh, Zab
skill
Judah.
Against Mosley. And ferocity against Gomez.
Oh,
the most painful punch you can receive is a punch to the
just
soul.
unbelievable
Performances that
resume.
aligned him with some of the sport's
Unbelievable
most
resume.
well-rounded fighters.
They know when they put me with Mayweather, with Hatton, with every fighter at the level.
Though after a dazzling display against Hatton in December, Money May had made a temporary exit from the sport.
Won't let the sport of boxing retire.
We'll have to do that
I'll
one.
retire from the sport.
Therefore, at the
We'll do
top
that
of
one
the
next,
welterweight
Minnie.
roster stood the likes of Clottey, Williams, and Margarito.
Body shots into
That's
the
next,
gut of
Minnie, for
Golden
sure.
Johnson. And he backs him with uppercuts.
And it was the latter, the rough and tumble Mexican fighter, who looked set
God,
to step
fucking
up to the plate.
Margarito,
The
man.
average good welterweight throws somewhere between 50 and 60 punches per round. These guys throw twice that many.
He was on a redemption path after a unanimous loss to Paul Williams. Antonio simply left it all too late, on a night that looked to have damaged his career, reputation, and earning power.
Paul Williams threw 1,256 punches in 12 rounds against one of the roughest, toughest welterweights alive.
I mean,
And for Antonio
welterweight. Margarito
the long
was
drive
welterweight,
toward the
almost
top
6 feet
is
tall.
momentarily halted.
However, stopping Cintron in Atlantic City for the second time, the welterweight star secured one last shot at the big time.
Tremendous left-hand shot. That's the Antonio
Ooh,
Margarito
brutal
everybody
body
was
shot.
avoiding.
An opportunity that he would capitalize on by all means necessary.
Cotto's one of the best welterweights, and we'll let that up to Bob Arum to see whenever he's ready, whenever Cotto's ready.
With both men victorious on the same night, the date for the Las Vegas showdown, simply labeled The Battle, was set.
July 26 is the date, and I'm ready to pick a winner.
Oh, look
The
at that,
fans.
Emmanuel Stewart.
Boxing fans are the winners when Margarito fights Cotto.
And where the clash of styles would ensure guaranteed entertainment, it was the national pride, conjuring memories of past fights such as Corrales Castillo, that made this one unmissable.
Tonight they meet in a hotly anticipated matchup that screams high-action drama. It's Miguel Cotto versus
Oh, dude, yeah, no. Motividia's voice is incredible.
Protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey.
Oh.
Good luck, Bruno Suerte.
Quick story. Motividia, like, literally got, like, issued a warning or something like that on YouTube because they didn't believe that was his actual voice. That's his legit, natural voice. The dude is incredible.
Hey, touch him up.
Fortunately, for those watching around the world, the fight caught fire immediately.
Margarito coming forward behind the jab. He steps into the corner and fires away. Both fighters have said hello.
Both men started respectably, with Margarito, as usual, increasing his work rate as the fight went on.
So it has suddenly become the gunfight that everyone anticipated. Now let's see if Cotto can begin to make it more of a boxing match again.
Though with lateral movement and counterpunching, Cotto seemed to be doing
That's
the
worse
more
cheating or
efficient work.
robberies. I
Only
mean,
he was taking
cheating,
damage,
I would say.
a lot of damage.
I mean, it's pretty
Blood coming from the nose
50-50
of Miguel
though.
Cotto. So Margarito's made his mark in terms of drawn blood.
In hindsight, it's pretty tough to watch.
The
but
guy
it was
in the
by this
sunglasses
point,
and
grinding
death
through the
is definitely
later
a
rounds,
teabag.
that things changed.
But around the 5th or 6th round, suddenly every time Margarito touched Cotto, it was leaving a mark. And it was spooky. It is Cotto still, to my eye, who's landing the harder shots, but it's like hitting a brick wall that continues to close in. Short shots on the inside now, Emmanuel.
Oh, yeah. And Cotto goes to a knee.
A stunning fight of the year stoppage victory, which sent the predominantly Mexican crowd into rhapsodies,
Antonio Margarito has the victory he's been waiting for all his life.
leaving the bloodied, bruised, and bewildered Puerto Rican shell-shocked.
Epic fight with an epic conclusion.
Anyone who has sunglasses in their
A display
tail
many
on the
believe
table.
that would truly
Photo
cement
has
Margarito's legacy.
10 red flags, yeah.
And in a way, they were right.
You don't expect him to go out like that. You'd expect him to go out on his shield. Cotto was not the same fighter after the Margarito loss.
Margarito was now the boogeyman. And in his first outing as unified champ 4 months later, he'd face the
Shane
third
Mosley.
vertex of the welterweight triangle, Sugar Shane Mosley.
One of the genuine superstar fighters of last
Yep.
year, Antonio Margarito, trying to solidify his
Yep.
position of supremacy against Shane Mosley, one of the great veterans of the sport.
Mosley had issues of his own coming into the fight, with doping allegations and the introduction of a new trainer, Nassim Richardson. But
Oh,
it was
dude,
this
classic
man,
Nassim,
the late
dude.
and great coach from Philly, that would make an alarming observation.
There was such a distraction about the tape on the wrist. So I checked the pad, and when I checked the pad, it felt hard.
Yeah, brick
So
fell
the
out.
commissioner felt it, he said, that feels pretty hard. The commissioner flipped it open, and a block fell out of it.
The harrowing plaster of Paris, where the hand
Yep.
wraps are soaked in the sulfate mineral gypsum, which then, adding moisture, sets like concrete.
Found out that Margarito had hand wraps that were dipped
How
in something.
fucking
Suddenly, the Cotto
disgraceful,
fight
dude.
made so much sense.
The behind-the-scenes drama caused a lengthy delay, but when the opening bell sounded, Sugar Shane made up for lost time.
Good classic Sugar. Yeah, what a scum.
Margarito was off his game. Uncharacteristically, he was being backed up, and his punches, even when they did land, lacked the same venom or devastating impact.
Oh, I wonder why.
Rip around them sides. We gonna show him how he got slow down. When he hit the pedal, ain't gonna be no gas in the car at the end of this.
By the fifth,
R.I.P.
after some words of
Nassim,
wisdom
dude.
from Richardson,
What a
Mosley had it
great,
figured out.
great trainer.
Staggers him with that right hand. He's about one more right hand away from going down. Hit flush with every right hand. There's a big left hook. Why not stop it now? And there's the right towel from the corner. And Shane Mosley has annihilated Antonio Margarito.
From a Team Cotto perspective, things began to make sense. especially for a man who had never previously
Dude,
been troubled
Cotto?
or cut in his entire career.
I bet he was furious.
To enter the ring with illegal hand wraps against Shane Mosley in Los Angeles. Based on all that, do you believe that Antonio Margarito used illegal hand wraps against you?
100%.
Let's
An
get it, boys.
investigation was launched as
Look at
images
Freddie
of
Roach,
Margaritos
man.
crumbled and
Classic
red stain
Freddie
wraps
Roach.
surfaced. And just 2 weeks after the
Bean
fight,
looks
the disgraced Mexican
down
slugger
on
was
trash
handed
like
a
him,
year-long ban.
absolutely.
Doctor came back and so the dust fell off of it.
Oh.
The dust fell off of that. That's Tassapero. That's what it's no doubt that's what he had.
If the reports were true, which they passed a 7-0 majority in favor by the California State Athletic Commission, then Margarito's second dose of karma in his return would be equally justified.
What do you think of us? Stupid. Oh, coach, put my hand in my hand. I'm gonna close my eyes.
In my opinion, did he know? 100% yes. You would definitely know.
And guess what? We are going to watch the Manny Pacquiao fight.
Stadium, Dallas, Texas.
Hold on. Should we watch? Hold on. Let's watch the Manny Pacquiao fight right now. Then we'll come back to this and watch how Cotto did in the rematch. How about that? Does that sound good? Because we're at that point in the story. So we'll go there. We'll do that.
His name.
Oh, no. We'll do this first.
Is Pritchard Collin. He was a huge
I saw
prospect
this.
to become the world
He got
champion.
the WBC
but
belt, didn't
on his
he?
final match on October 17th of 2015, it all changed. This is his story.
Let's watch this real quick. Sorry,
Pritchard Collin was born in Florida, where, at an early age,
Wes,
began
you've missed a
training in
lot of
boxing.
Butterbean.
When he turned 10, Collin's family decided to move to Puerto Rico in hopes that the young prospect could represent the island in competitions. The now teenager earned the nickname Digit, which comes from the word digger. This was in relation to his height. During his amateur career, the boxer would go on to win 5 national championships in both the 141 and 152-pound divisions, even winning a gold medal at the 2010 Pan American Youth Championship. Having made a name for himself, Collin decided to go professional, ending his amateur career with a fight after fight. The fighter proved himself to belong in the big leagues, competing 5 times in the year 2013 and 7 times in the year 2014. The years went on, and our main protagonist quickly ascended his way up the boxing ranks. By 2015, Collin had established an immaculate record of 16 wins with 0 losses, but his biggest challenge was yet to come. On October 17th of that same year, Collin stepped in the ring with Terrell Williams for a bout that would
was it
change
2
his
days
life
ago? I
and
fucking
boxing
love Mike.
forever.
Oh no.
The fight begun even, with both fighters trading blows in the center of the ring. But
I already know
as the
this where
buzzer
this is
rang
going.
at the end of each round, Collin began feeling more and more fatigued. By the 9th, Williams managed to knock Collin down twice. This time, our fighter did not return for the 10th round.
That was kind of behind the head. Throwing the towel. Oh, God.
His corner claimed that Collin was incoherent and experiencing dizziness. After
was
the
hitting
fight,
him in
he
the
was
back of the-
vomiting
yeah.
and taken to the hospital, where he was diagnosed with brain bleeding. As a result, Collin went on to a coma that lasted 221 days.
Oh, dude, Wes, we gotta do a Kimbo Slice.
The man was never the same,
Oh.
remaining in a persistent vegetative state. Although now being trapped in a body, the fighter did not refuse to give up. With the help of his caring mother, family, medical staff, and therapy,
so sad.
he continues to make progress. and he has even begun to learn how to communicate through a computer. To this day, Pritchard Colin continues fighting the biggest obstacle of his life. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel.
Dude, this is something that I think is really important that people like understand about boxing. You know, like we talk as boxing fans all the time and we say things like, "Oh, you don't play boxing," you know, all that stuff. No, like this is legit. Like, you don't play boxing. You don't play boxing. And this is why good refs, good judges, good corner people are super fucking important. And I can't stress it enough, man. Can't stress it enough. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do for everyone in the chat. We're going to watch Manny Pacquiao versus Margarito. We're going to watch the rest of the video that had Margarito cheating. And then we are going to watch Kimbo Slice. Kimbo, who sadly passed away, was someone that I grew up with that was like, I mean, that's where Jorge Masvidal got his fucking name and everything like that, so. How's the sound? Is it? Yeah, he did. Jorge Masvidal was on a fight below Kimbo Slice that was a street fight. Pac-Man versus Spence may not have. I know, dude, based on fucking legal stuff. How's the sound, by the way? Is it too low? Is it too low?
Top Gear premieres next Sunday, November 21st.
I can find something that's a little bit louder if you guys need it. It seems a little bit low to me. Like, really quiet for what it is. Shouldn't be that quiet. That's garbage quality. Let me find a good quality one. HD. Okay, here we go. So they did the intro. We don't need the intro. Here we go. Good quality, probably better quality sound. Is that okay? Does that work?
Antonio Margarito.
Oh, no. Hold on. We're not going to do highlights. What the hell? Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, here we go. 720 quality, full audio, everything else. Sorry about that, boys.
So somewhere out there, Marquez is still thinking, I'm the better fighter. No matter how great a fighter.
Sponsored by Tecate. Ryan Francis Bucks wearing white with gold.
Manny Pacquiao, like old school Manny Pacquiao.
Professional record, 51 victories, including
This is 720p, good quality.
And 2 belts even. From Sarangani Province, Philippines, the 7-time champion of the world, Manny.
Oh, dude, Manny was relentless. Just an absolute murderer at this point.
Manny. Rosaries, you want to take his rosaries off? Rosaries. All right, gentlemen.
Here we go, boys. This is one of my favorite fights of all time. Like, all-time favorite fights.
Antonio Margarito has said that Manny Pacquiao better be ready for war. Pacquiao always
I know,
is,
Woodley versus.
and so are we.
It did get canceled. I didn't realize that. Good thing. I don't care about that fight. But it is entertainment, so who knows. But this is a good fight to watch if you're like, you want to see like Manny and see why Manny's so special. Good question. Let me double check.
Already it has been a tumultuous evening in Cowboy Stadium. Prior to the fight, Antonio Margarito's hand-wrapping exercise was, because of his recent history, carefully observed.
I wonder why.
Carefully watched hand-wrap ever, and of course Pacquiao's hand-wrap was so observed. But during the same period of time,
This was back in
Pacquiao's camp
2010.
believed they saw Antonio Margarito either drinking coffee or taking an ephedra-based substance in the dressing room. They protested to the Texas State Athletic Commission. The Athletic Commission had to bring the two trainers together. There were fierce and heated words on both sides. Eventually, it was determined that a drug test after the fight will have to be the measure of whether Margarito has taken a banned substance, and Pacquiao, for his part, gave no indication that he ever considered not entering the ring to fight. So here they are.
I mean, holy shit.
Starting with a decent jab.
Something surely he has worked on in training. The question there, of course, becomes how long does it last?
So Pacquiao's 42 right now. This is 2010. You're looking at a 32-year-old, 31-year-old Manny Pacquiao.
As big as this man is, who seems to be absorbing his blows pretty easy.
Punching up at an angle robs you of power, does it not?
Yes, it does.
So he has a better
So-
chance to affect Margarito with his normal power if Margarito hunches over and brings himself down to him a little bit.
What I'm surprised about is Margarito's jab, which is a
Okay, so Manny was in his early 30s right here. Couple other things to note. We have Emmanuel Stewart doing commentary, like the legend Emmanuel Stewart doing commentary on this. You hate hearing YouTube stars' names and I know. So this is like old school Manny, like early 30s Manny.
a very good move. And that seems to be at this stage, the most dominant punch in the fight has been his left jab.
And the last thing people expected to see was Antonio Margarito standing in the middle of the ring. And
Look at Manny Pacquiao getting into the mix.
there's a left hand over the top for Manny that brings the
Look
crowd to
how
life
big
for him.
Margarito is, man.
Manny needs to try to catch Margarito.
I know, dude. It looks like he's been in his 30s the last 20 years.
But other than that, he may have a problem tonight. I see
2010 Manny.
What about
Look how
going to
small he
Margarito's
looks.
body and trying to bring Margarito's arms and head down.
But look how his... Hold on.
As the fight goes on very well.
Look at his foot, his lead foot here on Manny. Look how it's on the outside of Margarito almost consistently all the time. That tells you everything about like Manny and his technician level thing.
And if you notice, after most fights when we interview him, he tells you how I was smart, I played it a little safe, I made adjustments.
If your foot's on the outside, you're dominating. Especially if you're making him go backwards. Manny Pacquiao, dude. I fucking love Manny Pacquiao. Beautiful body shot right there. Oh, those 1-2s, man. Simple 1-2s.
Pacquiao with a good right-left combination upstairs. Margarito's grinning at him as twice Pacquiao fired the left right up the gut and landed it on Margarito's face.
Margarito has shown a good jab.
Has everyone in chat seen this fight? If not, let me know. I don't want to wreck that. I don't want to, like, you know, spoil anything if you haven't seen this, guys. This is a really good one. I know how it ends, so I don't want to, like, wreck anything. If you haven't seen it, you know, let me know. If you have seen it, let me know. Classic Manny. No? Okay, good. I won't say anything. I won't say anything. I will not talk about how this fight went then. It's one of my favorite fights of all time. David versus Goliath kind of fight. Look how big Margarito is. He's huge. He's 6 feet tall, basically.
Take him on with the jab. And then the
By the way, that's
straight,
early
fast.
Rodriguez in the corner right there.
Jab, 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 and then the right. All right. Drink a little
Robert Garcia right there. Early Robert Garcia.
Numbers in round one were fairly even. Pacquiao was 16 out of 63. Margarito 13 out of 53. The shock of the round, Margarito throwing 44 jabs out of 53 punches.
I gave the round slightly to Pacquiao because he landed some pretty clean punches, but the
Yeah, Emmanuel Stewart knows what's up. Emmanuel Stewart's fucking base as shit right here, right now.
But I thought Pacquiao landed enough clean shots inside to slightly win the round.
Margarito has been a notoriously slow starter through much of his career. A 53-punch output for Antonio Margarito in round one seems very low, but he has had trouble getting rolling in the early parts of some of his fights, notably the Paul Williams fight. Margarito still content to stand in the middle of the ring and box with Manny Pacquiao, has not tried to drive him to the ropes. The referee is Lawrence Cole. He's the son of Texas State Commission head Dickie Cole, and you usually see him at major fights here in Texas.
You know, early in the Clottey fight, Pacquiao was also hit a bit more than we're used to seeing him hit in recent fights.
Manny just looks so smooth, dude. I mean, this is when Manny was like buttery smooth, especially. He's so much smoother than most people, but my God, dude.
And so he rallies back there. Still, the loss of power from punching up could be a factor in the fight. Pacquiao beginning to focus a little more to the body, I think. That would probably be a good idea.
I still see the same facial expression that Margarito had when he fought Cotto.
I mean, you're not supposed to be on the ropes against Margarito, and there he is on the ropes, Emmanuel.
Well,
I mean, it's like, it looks like Manny's just so... The confidence of Manny is amazing, dude. It's amazing.
Harped on throughout training it was, don't put your back on the ropes. Never.
Looks like Pacquiao is determined not to be
Off
bullied
topic,
by the
can
bigger guy
Garcia beat Rolly any day of the fucking week? Rolly's a fucking sham. He's a complete and utter fucking disgrace, man. In my opinion.
Good left hook inside by, or left cross inside by Pacquiao. He lands the right hook too as Margarito steps in. Margarito has been landing his jab. Pacquiao is landing power shots when he gets close. Uppercuts for Margarito, his favorite punch. He landed both the left and the right.
I like how Floyd says he can't. I know.
Did Margarito have a chance? I said yes, mainly a lot because of the size factor. And Pacquiao's, I'm looking at the eyes, Pacquiao is much more uncomfortable than Margarito is at this stage, even though he may be winning the fight.
Brand new experience for Pacquiao, of course, fighting a man this big. Delectable experience, perhaps, for Margarito, fighting a man this small.
Man, dude, it's so amazing to see how confident Manny was during this. Because, like, so many people would be nervous going into this fight, like the size difference, just everything. This is when Manny won to win his 8th weight class, you know?
Okay, we need the box.
And he's listening to his corner. This is like not a, just saw the stats. It's not a big difference.
When I was giving you the keys to victory earlier, I said Margarito didn't work left uppercuts or right uppercuts.
Margarito's trying to like really blast his way in there.
For punches up through the center.
Is it Mikey Garcia? Oh, fighting Prograis. That is the rumor.
CompuBox count 27-76 for Pacquiao, 26 of 85 for Margarito. They are separated by a punch or two in terms of landed punches.
I mean, they are very close right now in the fight.
A lot of Margarito's lands are jabs, and most of Pacquiao's are power punches inside.
I can obviously beat these two and do 20 push-ups.
Too early to start trying to bang this guy around. You need to soften him up a little more.
Here's the angles. Watch Manny's feet. Hold on.
Since Manny Pacquiao looked vulnerable.
Watch. Okay. So I want to do this a little bit more on like Classic Fight Night. Is like break stuff down. Look at Manny's feet right now. Look at his outside foot on the right side. Look how far outside that is. and how he's on his toes on both his feet compared to Margarito. Watch the difference in shifting from Manny right now. You're going to see that spring-like feet that Manny has. It's almost like he has springs built into his calves. It's what makes him really special and what makes him change angles in a way that makes a huge difference in a fight. No, crazy footwork, absolutely. I think this is something I want to do a little bit more during these kind of nights, like Classic Fight Night, is like point out what you should be looking for. Look at the footwork different. Look where Manny's front foot is compared to Margarito's. Look at Margarito's hands, right? This is in a guard where he's looking completely straight forward. He can't see the right or left, right? So, because he can't see to the right or left, if you can shift to the right or left, you have an advantage. Look at Manny's hands in comparison. He can see the entire field of view. So watch what happens right here.
And he's looked a little vulnerable here early.
Watch how Manny changes angles. Oh, right up the front.
Pacquiao pressing the speed advantage. Margarito still fighting for him, an unfamiliar fight in the middle of the ring, boxing with his hands.
Paul, yeah, absolutely, Wes. By the way, I when I said I attended Mayweather versus Manny, I meant to say I saw it. Oh, dude.
Doing reasonably well at it.
Still good, though. I count it.
Part of the book on the fight was Margarito's not a jabber.
I love the way, look at, there we go. Slight change in angle right there from Manny to the hip to get that body shot. Hold on. Oh, God. Did I just go way too far back? Probably did. Look how Manny's legs just look like springs in this fight. It's incredible. That's classic Manny. Like, that's what I love to see from him. It's just unbelievable amounts of just like energy and springs going forward, from like movement to just changing angles.
Jim, I love the guy's power punching. I mean, really, he's winning this fight on clean, effective punching. Now,
yeah, exactly, like a bouncy castle, exactly.
He throws the right, then he throws the left, then he steps to the side. So when Margarito comes out of the shell, he don't hit it.
Margarito's on his heels, big time.
Pacquiao does it all the time. 3-0 Pacquiao.
I gotta say, I agree with Harold, guys. I see this as a wide fight for Pacquiao. I think Margarito's doing well in spots and rounds, but I haven't seen a round I thought, oh, maybe Margarito.
Oh, look at this. I love the dig in right here. This is where like Pacquiao digs in and is like, I can get mean. I can get really serious. Let's get mean. Let's get serious. I'm going to throw twice as many punches. It's just like.
On the other hand, Margarito is telling his corner.
Watch that front foot of Manny. Watch the front foot of Manny. It's always on the outside. It's always on the outside. Watch that front foot. Look at that. Always on the outside. It gives him more options. It allows him to move better. Manny Pacquiao is just bouncing in and out of range right now and dominating.
With almost every punch.
But he doesn't hit that hard.
The difference here between Pacquiao and Mosley, who
you're watching this while beating up Leonard Edwards. Exactly.
But he's not as physically
I mean, look at this. Look at this. You hit me once, I hit you 4 times. Look at this. Look at, oh, Margarito's high, man.
He's backing Margarito up, and he's hurting him. And Margarito can say all he wants that Pacquiao can't hurt him, but that's
I read something where saying that Manny would run for president of the Philippines. If that's so, then 2021 has peaked. I mean, absolutely. It's very true. Fighting as Nate, of course. Yeah, I mean, dude, absolutely. You got to fight as Nate. Yeah, gonna fight Nate. You got to get a little high, and then you're going to fuck that one up.
Punching like he means it.
Yeah, dude, he is a senator. He's like legit senator of the Philippines. People don't understand Manny Pacquiao. I'm going to stop. This is the last time I stopped things like this. Okay. So I've traveled quite a bit in Asia for work. I've done various kind of jobs in various parts of Asia. And I'll tell you right now, Manny Pacquiao is not just he's not just a boxer. He's not just a sports athlete. Think of how Michael Jordan was in like 1996, 1997. Like, think of that level, like Michael Jordan level, and then give it like times 10. That's Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines or in Asia in general. Manny Pacquiao isn't just like an athlete, elite level athlete. He's a fucking god. He's a god when he goes to the Philippines. He's literally like holier than thou. And it's amazing, dude. It's amazing.
That's the only bad moment so far in an otherwise totally dominant round.
Margarito slowed down tremendously this round, even though he wasn't doing too much and he was losing. But seemed like
absolutely.
Took everything out of him.
Among all the experts' comments coming into the fight, one of the ones I found most interesting.
Big J almost had a wife. Send home with him.
Think that Pacquiao doesn't have the power to hurt him. Trust me.
Can't miss Connor after. Oh my God, dude. Diaz. Soon in the future, we're gonna have a legendary boxer as president. Absolutely, absolutely. At some level, I mean, the amount of people that would vote for Canelo to be president of fucking Mexico.
Here you see the left hand shot to the body, which I think started all of the serious problems for Margarito.
I mean, look at this. Margarito's just getting destroyed from Manny Pacquiao. Look at that left eye. It's not his lead eye. It's his right eye, which is his.
And that right eye doesn't look good.
No, that right eye looks like garbage, and that's not even his lead eye. Look at that. His lead eye is his left eye.
43 of 62 power shots, demonstrating what a lot of
can only be president if he's got brain damage. Well, I mean, I don't want to get political, but we've seen that happen a few times here in the U.S. Look at Manny, just so vicious.
That Manny's output in round 4 represents the largest number of punches ever landed on.
Look at Manny's head movement, by the way. Look at the head movement by Manny. Watch how he shifts his shoulders. It's so subtle, but it's so important. Look at that. He rotates. Oh no, it's politics.
He even has the ability to adjust the punch in mid-arc.
That's about as political you'll hear me talk in this channel. I really don't care. I'm not here to talk politics. I'm here to watch fucking Manny Pacquiao blast Margarito in the face. Jay, what's going on, brother? We're watching Manny Pacquiao versus Margarito right now. Classic fight right now. And then we're going to go back to how Cotto and Margarito settled their rematch. Canelo would legalize steroids. I think Mexican beef might be a little bit more prevalent. Yeah, sure. Fucking Manny is just straight up chilling. I know, dude. Wes, this is when Manny was just a fucking straight killer. Straight killer, Manny. I mean, he's just hitting him at will. Like, this is why I think Friday Fight Night's so important. Is like seeing these guys do things incredibly well. It's crazy, man. He took this fight. The size difference is crazy. This is why he's a legend. Absolutely, Jay. This is why I want to show. This is one of my favorite fights of all time. It's one of my favorites of all time.
Trainer Freddie Roach was asked about the huge weight advantage that was likely here for Margarito. He said, look, I hope he goes up to 180. Every pound he adds is better for us.
I mean, this is when Manny's like walking around at like 145 pounds.
Pacquiao takes his little breathers by the ropes, and Margarito.
Yeah, dude, I know, man. I know, Wes. This is why, you know, Friday Fight Night, Classic Fight Night's important. Like watching just beauty in the sport, watching legendary level beauty in the sport.
Not that Margarito was winning, but at least he was fighting with better spirit and better speed. But that one shot, everything seemed to sap out of him for a moment.
Well, of course, since Manny's a southpaw.
I know, dude. Light work is absolutely the way. I mean, Manny makes a 5'11" Margarito look like a chump.
Big right hook. Great shot. Another great round for Pacquiao.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, Manny doesn't even look tired. It's like Manny looks like he could do road work afterwards. Oh, Manny was vicious. He was too fast. His angles, his footwork, everything. I mean, he was just so complete. They're having very different conversations in the corner right now. Look at that eye. That eye's fucked.
What round is it? Oh, it's okay. 6.
Well, the right eye for Margarito speaks for itself. And just to make things worse, that's the eye.
If only we saw this Manny fight Floyd, I know. No one wanted to fight fucking Manny at this point. He was so deadly. I mean, this is like elite level Manny.
Speed, they don't have power.
Pacquiao in the 5th. Or Pacquiao through the
His corner crew needs to slap him. Yeah, I mean.
Averaging 18 out of 63. 63 punches average per round for Antonio Margarito, who at the height of his career a few years ago was
just beating right now from Manny.
The punch output gets limited when you start fighting in a brand
Mind you, everyone thought that like Manny did not have the power. He was undersized, couldn't handle this. Look how he's moving laterally, just beautifully. Everything is just lateral movement. Look at this. This is just top level fighting. Look at the lateral movement. The footwork is insane right now.
Pacquiao is moving to his left to start the round to try to move in.
I'll move to the left. I don't care. Let me move to the right when I want to.
Started moving right and beat him up that way.
I mean, everything is just, I make you pay all the time at every distance, every movement. It's just, Manny is leading, dude. I mean, Margarito was just like so overmatched in this fight. Let's pray this Manny shows up. Oh, dude, with the Spence fight, if it shows up for the Spence fight, Spence gonna have a really rough night. I mean, this is like classic Manny, man. And this is why, like, you should be excited about Manny and like root for Manny in a way. Like, I don't want to fanboy too hard for him, but like, this is what a special fighter looks like. Like, a special fighter makes a really good level fighter look like they're not even close to the same level. You're not even on the same planet as him.
Still losing by a wide margin, obviously, but actually landing some punches in exchange.
Well, Manny's taking something of a breather this round, it appears to me.
But he's winning the round still, I think. Manny is
and he's still winning the round and taking a breather.
Some bigger than others, but he's winning all of them.
I mean, he's just... Oh, my God. Kind of wants Spence to win just so he can begin the... I know. I agree with that to a degree. If he makes it real and really tries to.
Against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare. Locked in a trap against a much bigger man. Fights his way out of it.
Oh my God.
Bloodies Margarito some more.
I mean, Manny's just dominating. Look at the score. Punches landed, just like, give me a break, dude. Callum Smith versus Canelo from Wish. Oh, that's a good one, Shrek. I appreciate that one.
He was landing shots body and head. But at the end of the round, still, Manny came right back with a lot.
I mean, Manny's just unreal, dude. Like zero. Oh, his eye.
39 power punches landed in that round.
Oh, Manny said that? Oh, dude.
Round 7 begins the more than halfway through the fight.
Manny's wife does not look like she wants to be there. I mean, it's impressive to have any kind of wife at a boxing match, to be honest. I always feel bad when the wife or kids are there and, like, their husband and, like, dad gets knocked out. It's always a little bit rough seeing, like, the kids watch their dad just get absolutely, like, timber! You know, it's like, maybe don't bring the kids. Like, get a babysitter.
Pacquiao won every round, including the last one. You know, and Jim.
But you got those rounds that is called comparative rounds.
I mean, it's just.
But I think that on the scorecard,
5-1.
Because it compared to the other rounds.
Dude, no, Wes, it's bad. Sometimes you see these kids just like bawling on camera, and it's like, yeah, Daddy just got knocked out.
To get trapped in that fight. But I think
if it's Floyd, don't care.
Like the last.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
I think it's Freddie Roach's nightmare. I think it might be Bob
Exactly, Wes. Especially, like, look at this fight right now. Imagine you're Margarito and getting pounded by Manny Pacquiao. Would you want your kids in the fucking stands right now? I don't think so.
Power, everything. Ring generalship here. Unbelievable.
I mean, this is brutal.
So, in a historical sense, and obviously the fight's not over, but how good is he,
about
Emmanuel?
Floyd's Mayweather's daughter.
And he's what we call a
You could do the best. I mean, you're not the best for. I mean, exactly.
He is a natural fighter.
You're not the best forever. Exactly. Look at this.
And I covered Ray Leonard from ringside, and this is the best
Versus Manny Pacquiao. And what? Yeah.
That's what I like about him. He's really enjoying himself.
That's all the proof you need. At all the levels, need to, Top skills, absolutely, Jay. Absolutely, Jay.
You see what's kept Margarito up in this fight is his enormous size.
The size. The only thing, Jim,
Connor should have front kicked Mayweather's starter in the fight. I mean, look at this. This is just like you're taking nonstop punishment if you're at this point. I mean, this is like when we watch Gotti versus Mayweather, it's this level now. Now with Mayweather versus Gotti, it happened in like the 3rd round, but we're there right now in the 7th round. This is exact same level, just like an absolute beating.
Look, in spite of the way his face looks.
Margarito's hanging in, and he's having more flurries as the fight continues, but Pacquiao just stunned him with a right hook.
Minnie knows a lot of good stuff, man. Gotti Mayweather was hard to watch. I agree, man. But it's a good lesson. Like, it's a good lesson about levels when it comes to boxing and how guys, like, drop off, you know? I mean, 1 minute. 1 minute. Here we go.
That replay that we just showed was a 6-punch combination where every punch landed from Pacquiao in the middle of the ring.
And look at the fact that Margarito had his defense up all that time, and he penetrated to defenses.
I mean, Manny versus Margarito at this point is just like, it's kind of hard to watch because you're just like, Margarito just needs to, someone needs to end the fight for him. Someone needs to throw in the towel. Because he's done nothing. Like, he's literally done nothing.
When Manny Pacquiao was a terrific, world-class, one-handed fighter.
Gotti should have retired after the War trilogy. Absolutely. Manny is playing some games. Look at this. Look at this. You want to play? Let's play. I'm going to win. I'm going to play. Let's win. I'm going to win, though. Yeah, he is river dancing. I mean, that's why I love Manny. His footwork's amazing, dude. It's so incredible.
Know who else likes to fight? Know who else likes to fight? Margarito.
Big brother versus little brother.
Trained in the gym with Margarito. He trains going 15 to 16 rounds. That's because he wins his fights on stamina. So even though he's
I know. Like, hasn't broken a sweat. Okay, quick story time. Because big brother versus little brother, Mini, you reminded me of this. My brother welds naval ships, and Wes knows this all too well in the chat. But, like, because he deals with, like, steel and, like, lifting stuff, moving stuff, all that stuff like that. For the longest time in my entire life, I'm always the older brother. He's the younger brother. It's always been like, yeah, no. I just push him aside. Like, I'm the older brother. I'm the stronger dude. At one point, he pushed me, and I'm like, okay. It's a little bit different now. I'm not going to mess with him at this point. It's a little different now. It's a little different now.
He trains himself to fight this way, so he's still going to be fighting very strong going down the stretch in this fight. Because that's his biggest factor, is fighting while he's tired.
Yeah, exactly. Olympics are on. Fuck the Olympics. This is like legendary shit.
Weighs him 17 pounds in the ring tonight.
And speaking of redemption for Margarito, so far this has been a measure of redemption.
No, probably not. I don't know the timing of like Olympic boxing matches, and a lot of times Olympic boxers, you can't trust that they're going to actually be good. Depends what time they're on, but probably not.
Not breaking Manny Pacquiao up the way he did Miguel Cotto. Draw your own conclusions.
I talked to Miguel earlier today.
Look at this.
It's going to be a very tough fight. As I was telling him, I thought that Pacquiao had to edge. He said, man, he may have edge, but it's going to be a hard fight.
What an exchange.
What a fight.
Neither one of these guys were in the Olympics, by the way. Neither one of these guys were in the Olympics. They're just raw, unreal. I mean, look at frickin' Margarito's eyes done. The only real sport I watch, to be honest, is occasionally MMA fights. I agree with that. They are the best for each country. I mean, there has been some incredible fighters that have come out of the Olympics. Shakur Stevenson, Roy Jones Jr., AJ. I mean, there's a lot of really good top-level fighters that came out of the Olympics. Hell, Deontay Wilder got fucking bronze, man. I mean, Lomachenko got 2 gold medals. So, I mean, there's a lot of really top-level fighters that come out of the Olympics. I generally don't pay as much attention to it, but it is interesting. It does transfer sometimes. Devin Haney, I believe. Look how Deontay Wilder turned out. Exactly. Like, you know, you'll never know.
So I think with the rest of us.
Even when Margarito's having those great moments with Pacquiao's back on the ropes, Pacquiao, even in those moments, is landing almost as much as Margarito, it seems to me.
And gentlemen, CompuBox reports that the 34 punches Margarito landed in that last round.
Damn, Margarito took a beating. Yeah, he did. He's definitely a dubious. I mean, yeah. And I totally get why people don't like him, but he has heart. I mean, he did a lot. His skills, yeah. It's not worth it in this year. All the Americans are going to turn face if they win. I mean, come on. Yeah, exactly.
If it wasn't the fact that Margarito was so big, almost 20 pounds bigger, Manny would have knocked him out sooner.
I mean, this is like...
Much like when Sugar Ray Roberts fought Joey Maximum time. He did everything.
This is when
At the 15-pound weight
people started saying stuff like Manny Pacquiao isn't just a good fighter, isn't just like a top pound for pound. He's a all-time great fighter right now.
Remember that when Henry Armstrong went up and tried to
Yeah,
win the
only slightly tired. Look at his legs, man. I mean, look how he's moving right now.
He ran out of gas.
And he's in round 9. I mean, it's just
too much weight difference.
Oh, he got a draw.
no, like this is when like Manny in the like late 20s, early 30s was just fucking destroying guys, and people started saying, okay, it's not just like kind of amazing pound for pound. It's like Hall of Fame. It's top level, like greatest fighters of all time shit. Mind you, this is when Manny won his 8th weight world, you know.
Pretty much do what he wants from long range.
It's kind of a special fight.
Pacquiao.
We can do that fight, Manny.
Another anomaly.
If he's in good shape and he can continue to do this, he'll win the fight fairly easy. But, you know, once he gets in the ropes, Margarito uses his physical strength to run.
Like Emmanuel's been saying, I mean, he's doing it all right. Beautiful ring generalship.
We'll do Kimbo, and then we'll do that, because Kimbos are like a minute long.
Fighting the perfect fight. 9-0, Manny Pacquiao.
Someday, boxing fans will look back and have a lot of fun arguing with each other about what was Manny Pacquiao's greatest performance.
Oh, God, I hope not.
What was his biggest night? If this continues the way it does, and he wins all 12 rounds against a guy 17 pounds bigger than himself, touching him up, beating him up, ruining his face the way he is, this will be in the discussion.
Well, it's not just that Margarito's 17 pounds bigger, it's that Pacquiao's moved up 40 pounds and then gave away
Manny
17
Pacquiao.
pounds.
Hold on. You got to hear that again. Listen to what Max Kellerman just said. He moved up 40 pounds.
Former flyweight beating up one of the biggest welterweights we ever saw.
Yes, and I still don't consider Pacquiao no more than just a lightweight, about 138, 39 pounder.
And incidentally,
which is amazing.
You've noticed that long beard on Margarito. Freddie Roach wanted to get the Texas State Athletic Commission to make Margarito shave off the beard, which probably they would have done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a fighter.
I mean,
unbelievable machine.
He's putting it on Margarito right now.
And the crowd picks up the chant. Manny. Boom! Another perfect right hook. What a show. What an amazing performance.
I mean, holy shit, Manny's just like, I'm just going to break you in every sense.
Well, when all of the Margarito just mentally and physically fatigued both. And this right hook.
He's ready to go.
That's one of the biggest jabs I've ever seen.
Oh, God. Margarito, give it to him, man. Margarito was a fucking warrior, but holy shit, was he getting his face caved in at this point.
He still may stop him. He may get out of this round, but I think it's a good chance that Pacquiao may stop him in the next couple of rounds.
Oh, God.
Badly does Margarito want to get beat up?
I mean, Manny's...
Garcia may stop the fight here.
Yeah, you got to stop. Look at his face.
How are you? Tell me, how are you, bastard? I'm okay.
Look at his face. Stop the fucking fight. 9 punches landed.
There's 1 round. There's 2 rounds left. How many fingers?
I mean, look at his eye, man.
2. Come on, Tony. I want to see you in this round, Tony. If not, you got to knock him out. Come on, Tony. Throw everything. Throw it all. Good.
Hey, how are you, bastard?
Bring your hands up, Tony.
I mean, come on. Okay.
Come on.
The fact that they're not stopping the fight is pretty disgusting. I mean, look at his eye, man.
Right hook, which is, as I said earlier, one of the best punches that you can
Oh,
land.
God.
Used to be when he first came here, he had a great straight left, and that's all you had to look out for. But now,
God, Manny Pacquiao was just kicking the shit out of him, man. Karma sucks, exactly. Exactly, man. Look at the numbers, man.
Left cross. That took him to an entirely different stratosphere in offensive fighting.
And, like, this is so special of a fight in so many ways. This is what made Manny Pacquiao just not only, like, respected, but just feared in a way that, like, I mean, look at this. He's feared by a guy that's 154 pounds. He's making him look like a fucking, I mean, sparring partner at best. It's unreal. Look at this. Look at this. Disgusting. Just call the fucking fight, man. Manny looked at the ref at that point. Wait. Let's see that again. Manny looked at the ref right here. Do you see it? You see it? Do you see it? Manny looked at the goddamn ref.
The referee, or for the fans rather, look at me, I'm tough.
Look at this.
He really
right here.
wants to win the fight, even though he's hopelessly behind and getting
There it is. You see it? Manny looked at the goddamn ref like, dude, stop this shit. I'm fucking brutalizing him. Manny, so for this fight, it was 154. This is when Manny Pacquiao won his 8th weight class, Wes. He started down at flyweight like 100, I'm going to screw this up probably, like 108 pounds, 112 pounds. And then he won a belt at 8 weight classes going up to this weight class. I mean, there it is again.
He again looks at Cole. How much punishment do you want him to take? That's what he's saying to Cole.
But the referee's doing a good job, I think. It's like this, you can't stop.
Yeah, are you sure this is legal? Like, yeah, I would stop the I'd stop this fight. Like, absolutely.
But the referee has to wait a few more seconds before the stop.
Emmanuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face, and it may never look the same again.
I know, but it's just this is boxing. I hate to say it.
I mean, Emmanuel Stewart's like being real. There we go. Let's go ahead, fuck him up. Mind you, I mean, this is when people are talking about brain damage, starting to talk about it. They're starting to talk about the fact that, like, we can't do 15 rounds. It's got to be 12 rounds because of brain damage, and here's why.
It's a solid target. He's not moving his head at all.
This reminds me of Roy Jones.
I competed at flyweight for TKO back in the day when I was still. Absolutely, Wes. Me too.
That's exactly right.
But it's not just
We've shown some really old Manny Pacquiao fights on here, and it's been awesome, man.
Margarito fought to the finish against Shane Mosley, who is hammering him similarly to this.
Yeah, charge Manny with attempted murder. Fuck it. If that dudes are willing to fight, I mean, exactly. Margarito's eye says stop the fight. The ref says if he dies, he dies. Classic Rocky IV right there. Let them just get the damage. I mean, holy shit. Look, I mean, stop the fucking fight.
Let's go then, Tony. It's not bleeding. It's the same thing.
Fucking stop the goddamn fight.
Last damn round, Tony.
He landed 6 punches for the last round. Derek Lewis, he's okay. Oh, Derek Lewis is a fucking savage, dude. So wait. For people that don't know, I wanted to show this fight because it's very important in boxing history why this fight happened and what happens right here. Margarito's right eye has a broken orbital bone. Broken orbital bone. And after this fight, it changed Margarito for the rest of his entire life, let alone a fighter.
Come on, have that mentality. You can do it. This is last damn round.
If they're acting in the corners, if he wants to quit and they're trying to
Look at Manny's face compared to fucking Margarito's.
If they never took the mouthpiece out, that's it.
He only landed 6
Walking off. Jay, that's classic.
One of 75 power shots in the last round, meaning he is more or less hitting Margarito at will. One more round to go. When Pacquiao was doing this to Miguel Cotto, Cotto's wife left the arena. You can see that the smile is utterly gone.
Pacquiao was doing this to Cotto, and Cotto's wife left. Put some ice on it. Just rub a little dirt on it. You murder someone, get to the fight to the death. I mean, it's a boxing match. Yeah, exactly.
Max, I honestly wonder whether
But called police to say there's an assault going on. I mean, come on, yeah.
He does look like he's carrying Margarito right now.
It's much like Joe Calzaghe
Some of the greatest fighters in history have done this.
Joe Calzaghe seemingly was doing that with Roy Jones in the later rounds, too.
Absolutely. Every time out, and they're all so big.
This is when Manny's like taking it easy because he's like, I already fucked you up so bad.
Now suddenly there's some Manny energy. Looks as though he wants to make sure that he wins the round. Make clear
Billy Joe Saunders is screaming to stop the fight. My orbital bone is hurts. Yeah, I mean.
This is not Manny Pacquiao the fighter. This is Manny Pacquiao the congressman, Manny Pacquiao the cultural icon, Manny Pacquiao the citizen of the world.
You hear that? Wait. Do you hear that? You hear that? This is the Manny Pacquiao.
Wants to make sure that he wins the round.
Hear this again. Hear this.
He's still dominant, but obviously he's not trying to finish Margarito. This is not Manny Pacquiao the fighter. This is Manny Pacquiao the congressman.
Yep.
Manny Pacquiao the cultural icon.
Yep.
Manny Pacquiao the citizen of the world.
Yep.
That's the man who's letting Margarito finish.
Guaranteed you get rid of death sentences until boxing. Yeah, dude, I mean, back in the day when they used to do 100 rounds.
Prediction was right.
Pacquiao has his unanimous decision victory.
Ladies and gentlemen from Cowboys Stadium, we go to the scorecards. Jay Lango scores the bout 120-108. Glenn Crocker 118-110. Orange Schellenberger 119-109.
I wonder who won.
All three to the winner by unanimous decision. And now winner of his 8th World Championship, the Fighting Pride of Sarangani Province, Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.
Okay. So that's a great classic fight. Now, we have that to go off of for this. You guys ready? This is where we're going to go from here, okay? Entertaining fight. I'm glad you feel that way, Shrek.
With his strength, power, and physical presence, Margarito felt he could nullify Manny's blistering offense. But truthfully, being a right-in-front-of-you type, he was tailor-made for the Filipino.
He's beating Margarito up in this round. There's a huge welt under Margarito's right eye. He's backing Margarito.
I mean, I think he broke his orbital bone in probably the 5th or 6th round. And that's what makes... I mean, at least I feel like he had that for at least 5 rounds plus. I agree with you, Jay. That's what makes him fucking tough as nails, man. I mean, Margarito, you could say whatever you want. You can criticize him all you want. He was a tough SOB. He just took one of the most brutal beatings I've ever seen in boxing.
And he's hurting him.
And he was there to be hit all night long.
We go momentarily there. Big right hook.
In the
I know,
David versus
dude.
Goliath
Wes,
matchup,
exactly, super
Pac-Man
legit.
went to town, dishing out a ruthless, prolonged beating.
Samuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face, and it may never look the same again.
I know, but it's just this is boxing. I hate to say it.
This is a vicious.
I know. I feel bad too if
His
he wasn't
pride
a
was
dirt
dented.
cheater.
The Tijuana Tornado had sustained a broken orbital bone, permanent damage that almost cost him his license.
Did you ever
Boom.
consider stopping the fight and maybe saving Tony from himself?
Never did. Tony's a warrior, and he would have never allowed me to stop this fight.
With few
That right there is a fucking problem. I love Robert Garcia. Like, dude, he's a awesome trainer. That's a problem. Fuck you if you would not pull out the towel and throw it in. Look at Margarito's face in this picture right here. Like, that's your job. That is literally your job, to save your goddamn fighter.
Two options left. Margarito's only route back to the pinnacle came in the form of revenge or repeat against his Puerto Rican rival.
The rematch was about Margarito getting his comeuppance. The cheaters never win, right? Like, he's going to really get punished. And in boxing, you're not going to get punished by getting struck out or dunked on. You're going to get physically punished.
But this time, he wouldn't have his sinister advantage. And this time, it was personal.
He used it. He used the blaster the night of the fight with me. He looks and he acts like a criminal.
Ready?
Te gané. Sí, eso yo lo voy a volver a hacer. Y así tú me vendes, que me vendes, te vuelvo a ganar. ¿Tú crees? Y sí, así es. Así yo creo. Entonces, demuéstrale ahí, no hables. Así va a ser.
With plenty of back and forth in the build-up, paired with a good guy, bad guy narrative like no other, Cotto entered as the medal.
You guys have to realize, like, this is fucking MCU shit. This is literally Marvel bad guy versus good guy shit right here. And that's what makes, like, Cotto, to Puerto Ricans, like, Cotto is a god in this sense. And I have this, like, absolute respect for Cotto. He's coming into this where he got destroyed in the first fight. And it's like, okay, I'm going to right this wrong. You ready?
Some hero, and Margarito as the ignoble and audacious pantomime villain.
Si lo quiere tomar personal, que lo toma personal. Soy un peleador limpio, no hubo nada ilegal y así es.
It's probably the enormous perception that Cotto was illegally violated in Las Vegas 3 years ago. And they want a form of
this
blood
is
revenge
literally
tonight.
Marvel villain shit.
Revenge or repeat?
Yeah, he did look like a bad guy.
Like the first fight, Cotto took control early.
Hard right hand by Cotto.
Antonio, with his volume punching and pressure, made things awkward. But 3 rounds into the fight, it was the Mexican fighter who had drawn blood.
There's blood in Margarito's right eye.
There is a Cotto said he would target it.
Margarito's right eye is already showing blood.
Relishing a moment that he so richly deserved, Cotto bludgeoned his way to victory, forcing an emphatic 9th round stoppage.
Well, if they don't have the same devastating effect tonight, you know what Cotto's going to say about that afterwards.
That's what we're all looking for.
Cotto stands his ground and rips him with a left hook to the chin.
The most impressive thing on a night filled with so much raw emotion was how Cotto managed to keep his composure and fight smart.
Incredible.
Good left by Cotto. It's over. It's over, and revenge is sweet. The thudding impact.
Yeah, good guy versus bad guy. Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Was in no way apparent tonight.
After the fight was stopped, you went to Margarito's corner and stared at him for what seemed like quite a while. Why?
Taste my victory on him.
A true blood and guts
I mean,
warrior
come
who
on,
flourished
man.
during an incredible welterweight era. And
Come
it was back
on.
at MSG, Cotto would
taste
bow out
my
gracefully
victory.
6 years later.
All the crowd here. Thanks a lot. I love you.
After 5 years away from the sport, Margarito finished his career with 3 hard-fought encounters in Mexico. But physically and mentally, he was never quite the same.
He was destroyed.
Margarito.
In hindsight, Only Margarito and his trainer really know the truth. He was an underrated technician with an iron chin and a relentless attitude, but the scandal throws a huge question mark over his accomplishments, tarnishing everything that once made.
Okay, you want to see the worst cheat in boxing history? There's only one. There's only one. And it's painful for me to do this. It's painful for me to point this fight out. 'Cause this didn't just... Okay, I have to preface this all. Like, it's not just the fact that this guy wrecked another guy's career or anything like that. This destroyed a human being for the rest of their entire existence. It's the most egregious cheating in boxing history that we know of. So, let me make sure this is all like OG quality. Like, it's important to like recognize this. It pains me to show it because of what it did. It hurt me in the biggest way possible. In terms of boxing. Like, it made me never want to watch boxing ever again. And you guys know me, like, I fucking live and breathe boxing. This made me literally never want to watch boxing ever again when I saw this. So, we'll go into it with that.
Let me ask you a question. 1983 was the best year of your life,
No.
but also the worst year of your life.
No. That was the best year and the worst night.
Shortly after the fight, Collins' handlers charged that Resto's gloves had been tampered with, that some of the required padding had been secretly and illegally removed, adding extra impact to Resto's punches. The New York State Athletic Commission apparently was suspicious.
Billy
and
Collins.
They impounded Luis Resto's glove.
We'll never know how far Billy Collins could have gone. You want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Billy
He was
Collins,
an undefeated
man.
prospect.
It would be an entertaining fight. It would be a tough fight, a lot of punching going on, and in the end, Billy would win. It seemed to me he would always win.
It was the right fight at the right time against the right opponent.
The night of June 16, 1983, Billy Ray Collins and Luis Resto met in the ring of Madison Square
It's
Garden
this one
as
right
the
here.
co-feature to Roberto Duran, Davey Moore.
The night of June 16, 1983 was magical.
It was a big night. Roberto Duran was fighting Davey Moore for the Junior Middleweight Championship.
Fucking
Every
Duran, dude.
single seat in Madison Square Garden was
Look at
filled.
Buffer.
Resto was 28-2. In his corner was Panama Lewis, one of the big-name trainers at the time.
Fucking, by the way, Panama Lewis is a piece of shit and has had a history of cheating in boxing. And anyone that has had any roots in cheating in boxing, you are not only a garbage person, you should face the worst punishments possible.
Louis Resto as a fighter was just rough and tough. On any night, Louis could give anybody in that division a fight.
I saw him as a journeyman, as a tough guy that you prove yourself against to get that shot.
Very effective by Collins.
Billy Collins was promoted by Top Rank, among the leaders in boxing promotion.
They were grooming Billy Collins to become a superstar.
Mind you,
And he was tremendous.
he's had
I mean,
multiple
he was great-looking
altercations
kid.
where he cheated.
He had all the moves. He punched like a mule. I mean, if this kid can make it through, we got a gold mine.
Resto walked into the ring with 1 ounce of padding removed from each glove, and plaster was also put in his wraps.
Hear that? 1 ounce of glove removed and plaster in his fucking gloves. 14-0.
For 10 rounds, the fighters traded. Collins' eyes slowly started to swell.
Countering beautifully, Jake.
Yes. See people hanging on the ropes. It's a tough night.
Good exchange. Good left hook, right hand by Billy Collins.
Collins, right.
Good left hook.
Good right hand.
Good right hand by Collins.
Woo! There it goes. Oh, he got hit. He got hurt with that one. It staggered him.
Staggered him with the right hand.
1 ounce of filler removed and 1 ounce of plaster inserted is insane. Insane. At this weight class, that's fucking insane. To give you a sense, these guys are probably fighting without 8-ounce gloves. 1 ounce out of filler and 1 ounce in is like, I mean, it's at that point, you maybe have 8-ounce gloves, maybe 10-ounce gloves max. If it's 8-ounce gloves to 10-ounce gloves, you're talking about 10% of your gloves are plaster. 10% are hard concrete plaster. I mean, that's crazy.
Again.
Yeah, the stuff you repair your goddamn walls
left eye, Jake, or cut. I don't know what.
They're both tough fighters. Let's hear the ground.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, undefeated fighter.
And evidently, there's going to be an upset here. It's the entire either.
I 13-0 is in jeopardy.
You're hitting someone with just pure fucking rocks.
With the doctored gloves, he stayed as close to Billy Collins as he could, round after round, pounding Collins as often as he could. Even through all of this, Billy Collins still remained, swinging that left hook until the end of the contest.
That's the only way. He took a lot of a little too late.
Yeah, he's getting hit even.
That's a tremendous pace. Tremendous pace.
Collins is taking a beating now, Jake.
Yes.
I mean, a real
He's been taking
Now he has very little defense.
junior middleweight bout. Corner of Billy Collins. That blemish, the perfect record, seems to be in jeopardy tonight.
He's where I see it. Look at this.
Final round coming up.
For me, can't lose.
Junior middleweight fight.
I know, dude. You're hitting a guy with fucking gloves full of plaster.
Look at this.
I mean, fucking A, man.
Look at this. You don't want to stop. With 19, with 17, I bet they get up.
You're hitting someone with fucking building material in your gloves.
As Resto went to congratulate Collins,
Watch
he shook
this.
hands with
Watch
Billy
this.
Sr.,
Hold on.
who immediately knew.
This is one of the most important parts of this entire story. And why rules have changed in boxing since. Right here. You ready?
Noticed that the glove was missing padding and called for the commissioner.
Resto crosses the ring and gives Colin the Judas kiss. As he's turning away, you can see Billy Ray's father's hand.
Yeah.
I don't think Billy Collins Sr., from what he told me, even thought that there might have been something wrong with the gloves until the very end of the fight. Otherwise, he would have pointed it out. It was at the end of the fight, when Resto went over to congratulate him, that he grabbed onto the gloves and held on, and he started screaming for the inspectors, "These gloves, these gloves."
You can't hold it, Commissioner. All the pads on him, damn glove. All the pads on him, goddamn glove.
What's fascinating is to look at who Louis Resto looks at. Not looking down surprised at the gloves or wondering what's going on or looking at Collins and saying, "What are you talking about?" But immediately turning to his co-conspirator and waving him over. Panama just jumps in and starts yelling, "Those are the gloves you gave us."
Panama is a fucking piece of shit, man.
They didn't want to take him off. They wanted to go out, and I says, "No, take him off. Take him off the glove. I want to see those gloves. I got a complaint here. I want to see those gloves." When I saw the gloves and I handed it to it, I knew there was something wrong with the gloves. There's something missing. Absolutely.
And the decision was unanimous in favor of Luis Resto, but shortly after the fight, Collins' handlers charged that Resto's gloves had been tampered with, that some of the required padding had been secretly and illegally removed, adding extra impact to Resto's punches. The New York State Athletic Commission apparently was suspicious, and they impounded Luis Resto's gloves.
I saw 2 pairs of boxing gloves. Two had R on it and 2 had C on it. I observed a hole in the left and right glove that was marked R.
What a low life.
Any layman could tell that
criminal stuff. Go to jail kind of level.
June 29th, 1983. I'm with the New York State Athletic Commission. Purposes of this tape to record a hearing, Luis Resto versus Billy Collins controversy.
The hearing, it was almost a foregone conclusion. I think it was, in some ways, it was more for the process than it was for the discovery of a truth.
I called one of my photographers, Ben Sharav.
Watch his face, man.
I know Billy's staying at the Southgate Towers.
Look at his face.
I want you to get there
It's
early
one of the
in the
most
morning.
disgusting
Bring your
photos in boxing.
And he took shots. I said,
Look
to
at
Ben,
that.
I wish you had the kid open his eyes. He said they were open.
The next day, when he got off the plane, his father was leading him. He was blind.
He had some sunglasses on, and he literally had to raise the skin around his eyes to take the sunglasses off.
It was like a horror picture, you know, and I guess I looked away or something, and I remember the first thing he said, "I'm your husband, look at me."
But it seemed like every time it hit me, you know, I could feel knots come on my head, and my eyes already started to swell about the 4th or 5th round, and I just couldn't figure it out, and he hit me some good body shots, and I'd never been hit like that before in my life. Why in the world didn't you go down, or did you think about quitting? Well, about the 7th round, I got hit with a good shot in the rib, and I thought my rib was broke, you know, but it crossed my mind, you know, to go ahead and take a breather. There,
Billy is a warrior.
Breath, you know, but, you know, I guess pride or
Billy
something, you know,
is a
told me not to go
warrior,
down,
man.
just keep going. That's what I tried to do.
He didn't think he could work. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't hold a job. He had cataracts. We fought all the time.
I did see him one night, hit her, and it was a uppercut that shouldn't have happened, that's for sure.
And I ended up moving in with my parents because I was afraid he was going to kill me. And I still loved him. For the longest, he would just sit in the apartment and smoke and drink and trash the apartment by himself.
Poor Billy, man.
He wasn't Billy
this is
anymore.
terrible. Nearly 9 months after the fight, in the early morning hours of March 7th, 1984,
Yeah, Wes.
estranged
Absolutely.
from his wife and infant daughter, Billy Collins Jr.'s downward spiral came to a tragic end.
He was depressed of hearing that he would never fight again.
Billy and the guy from next door, a guy named Johnny Duke, come in. And I could tell, you know, Billy was a little drunk.
There was a bar, not far from the house where you could shoot pool, and he wanted us to go. We chose not to go, and he left mad.
After they left, of course, Billy beat the crap out of Johnny and got the keys from him. And he told me that Billy looked at him and said that I'm just going to kill you, or I'm just going to kill us, or something.
It's like everything was taken that night in the ring.
Irish Billy Collins was 22 years old.
25 years ago this June, a criminal boxing match took place at Madison Square Garden. It turns out it was more than just lack of padding in Resto's gloves.
Not only was the padding tampered with during the fight against Billy Collins Jr., but plaster was used on the knuckles in the wrapping.
The Collins family today filed a lawsuit against the state of New York Boxing Commission for negligence. It's a 25-year-old tragedy that isn't over yet.
So look, boys, I'm sorry. Like, look, that's not what we come here to do and, like, hang out and everything. But, like, we're going to talk about, like, cheaters. This is the saddest fucking story on the fucking planet when it comes to cheaters. The saddest story about boxing and why. And I want to be very honest with you guys. I do not accept cheaters at all. If you cheat in boxing, you could permanently damage someone. So when Tyson Fury talks about wild boar, when we hear about Dillian White with, like, you know, supplements or all this other stuff, like, when we hear about cheating in boxing, we should be critical of them. Billy Joe Saunders with nasal spray, all that stuff. I think it's important that we don't just push it aside because we like someone or not. I am a massive, massive Tyson Fury fan. And when I found out about the wild boar thing, I mean, you can't turn back from that. So I think it's important to realize, you know. All right, we're going to watch Kimbo Slice. I got to pee really quick. I'll be right back. This is Kimbo Slice in the UFC.
All right, guys, you've been over your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all times. Defend yourselves all times. Step back to your corners. Let's do this.
No kidding. Let's do this.
Man.
You know what Kimbo said when asked about his opponent, Houston Alexander? He said, Houston, you're going to have a problem. Kimbo Slice.
Tell me, you ready?
Houston Alexander.
Fight!
Houston outside. Kimbo in the center.
Interesting, Houston Alexander using his footwork and circling.
Kimbo Slice, we saw on the show his knee a little bit worn out, and Houston Alexander told me a couple of days ago he's going to target with some leg kicks, and he looked for it right there. Going to try to chop down Kimbo early.
Interesting seeing Houston circle like this. This is a first. I think, you know, maybe he thought that Kimbo
looks
him to come
really
charging
slim.
right at him, and so he's showing him some different looks.
Houston Alexander said, I'm not a hater of Kimbo Slice. I've been where he is. I had to strengthen my game, become more versatile, and Kimbo has shown a commitment to do so. We've also said first punch might be the last punch of this fight.
This is just getting weird now. This is like over
Mini,
a minute
go ahead,
of
brother.
Just spinning around in a circle.
Well, Kimbo will be very
Rits
wise
are
not to get drawn
amazing.
into throwing an ugly punch and walking into Houston, though. Sooner or later, they'll engage. Rosenthal will push him.
I thought the fight would have been over by now.
We would have been through 4 replays from 5 different angles. You can see he wants to kick, does Houston Alexander.
I mean, this is back when Kimbo
Slice
was
told on
like
the show
a
that
monster.
Had some arthritis in that knee, and again, he's just trying to
Boxing
pepper the
needs
inside
to
legs
get
a
their
little
shit
bit, get his
together.
attention.
Have a
He's gotta be
standardized
careful there that he
testing.
doesn't run into a
Yeah,
counter right hand when he
absolutely,
does that, Mike.
dude, Jay.
When he throws that kick, his
You're
head
speaking
is straight
fucking
up in the
truth
air.
right there, man.
There he is
Absolutely.
again. Alexander is doing exactly what he told me he was going to do, Joe. This is the game plan.
Absolutely. Oh, we'll throw out the street fights for sure.
Kimbo
This
saying,
we
"Let's do
have to
this."
start here, though.
Kimbo training an American top team. Omaha, Nebraska zone.
I mean, the
Houston
street fights are
Alexander.
super fucking low quality, so we'll start here right now.
Kimbo's starting to take a little bit of space away, Joe.
Again with that combination.
Oh, nice movement. Good head movement by Alexander. Looking for some knees.
This is what
He rolled
happens
under
when a
that
street
last one.
fighter fights a real fighter.
Man, he's working that front
Oh,
leg over
I know,
and over again,
dude. Lewis versus Ngannou.
Well, he's definitely sticking to his game plan.
Throw an elbow when he comes in. Eliminated early by Big Country.
Thought about doing it with the back leg.
Throw the big chop on it.
Landed it again. He's definitely softening up that leg.
Shrek 4 is the best film in the Shrek
Yeah, you can see, look at even
saga.
Kimbo's stance. Just
If you
little
disagree,
bit,
you
not as wide now, Joe.
you
He's not
are a
exposing
piece
that
of
left leg
crap.
as
He
much.
does no deserve
First
freedom.
round uneventful.
I had no clue there was
Second
no
round coming
action when it was legit. No, like, I mean, this is when like Kimbo was like getting used to like legit dudes.
Movement either. Again with that inside leg kick.
They also
Now
knew
goes
how to
the
move
outside
and
leg.
like do little
That's the one he
things
really
that
wants,
like
Joe.
Kimbo was not used to on the streets.
Kimbo swing and a miss.
I've never seen Houston Alexander follow a strategy and a game plan so well.
Well,
mean-
we saw what happened. Sorry, Joe. We
Oh,
saw
I
what
know.
has happened when he
R.I.P.
hasn't
Kimbo.
had a strategy.
Well,
It makes me so sad
but
to
he's
see this
becoming
guy
boring.
died.
I mean, who would have ever thought?
Not at
I
all.
mean, but he came a long way from just like street fighting, man. I mean, he came a
Everyone-
long way.
Been talking about this fight since it has become a film. He got rocked.
Here we go.
And Houston powers out of it. Big right hand by Kimbo.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Jag.
And again, Houston's sticking with this plan. These are slaps, though, Mike. He's not digging in with these leg kicks.
He got rocked.
I know. I saw that about like Connor and the infection. It bums me out.
Nasty body shot.
Alexander,
Oh, dude. Yeah. Shined up dome exactly.
the assassin.
Kimbo is taking his back.
Elbows Houston. Yep.
He's taking his back.
Oh, body slam. Oh, shit. Look at this. This is raw shit. Yeah, imagine if Kimbo won a title. Look at this. Look at this. Kimbo didn't know how to grapple worth shit, but he knew how to fucking fight, man.
To the top position again. Big shots.
Big ground and pound by Kimbo.
Got his back. Trying to get the hooks in, Joe.
Kimbo Slice has been working on his ground game, Mike. That is for sure.
Ricardo Laborio and all the
Watch this.
great trainers.
I'm just gonna hit
and
you
fighters
in the
ATT,
face.
American Top Team. Oh! Looking to finish it by submission.
He's got it around the neck, Mike. He's got to get behind Kimbo.
Yeah, uneducated pounding.
But he's going to turn.
Oh, dude, he's so raw.
He can turn here.
Can't even grapple. I know, man. Like, he has the back. He could have easily choked out if he knew what he was doing.
Humbleness of Kimbo Slice.
But this is just like
his
classic
own skills,
Kimbo.
Joe.
Like,
And know he had to learn this. The ground game if he was going to be a true MMA fighter. And we see some of the hard work coming to fruition here tonight.
Well, you can also tell that by his excellent choice to start training with American Top Team. He knew that he was
couldn't
going to
be
get beat
wrong.
up
He
day in,
didn't.
day out with some of
Kimbo
the best
tested
fighters in the
positive
world
multiple
there,
times
but then it would only
for
make him
stuff too.
better.
Oh,
And you're
I don't
seeing
know
right now
about
the
that.
fruits of his labor.
If he did, that's news to me. I have no idea, Jay. That could be. I mean, I don't. I'm not surprised.
Houston out the back door.
Kimbo
taking
just
some shots,
spamming the
Mike.
controller.
Oh, another big uppercut.
I mean, oh God.
Third and final round.
Wes, exactly.
Gentlemen, last round.
Look at this.
Fight. 5 minutes remains. Kimbo hurt. I'm bleeding, you're bleeding.
Oh,
Let's put on a
Adesanya,
show.
come
This
on.
is what we promised the world.
Oh, I know.
That's the one we talked about. Under 3 now.
I would have never thought we'd be seeing a third round, and I never would have thought we'd be seeing a third round with these guys just standing in front of each other like this.
Alexander trying to duck under again, Joe. Huge kick.
Oh, his leg's fucked.
That was a big shot, Mike.
He went for that knee.
That was the most powerful leg kick that he threw.
No question.
Kimbo's got him down.
I agree, Wes. I know. Kimbo Slice was great for a little bit. Early internet, classic internet.
All right, we've done it. We've gotten this far. Now let's turn it up. But
electric chair sweep. He looks very awkward on that leg, though, Mike.
No question. Well, we knew it was damaged from watching him inside the Ultimate Fighter house.
Last round. And Houston's throwing those kicks. They just don't have a lot of pep on him. The one that did is the one that put him down.
I mean, Kimbo looks like he could finish
Slice
him.
was hurt. Again, he's working that front leg. Under 30 seconds remains.
Oh, I agree. This is like, Kimbo should just like finish it right now. What's he doing? Dave Buster is going to be pissed about this.
Both guys are so tired, Mike. Look how slow these punches
Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh, big elbow by Houston. Got him. Right hand behind it.
Final seconds of the fight.
Both guys are like literally exhausted.
Wow.
Perhaps shocking the MMA world, it
Look
goes the
Both of them are
distance.
so tired.
And what bumper with the a true mixed martial artist in Kimbo Slice. Houston Alexander with a huge kick. He stuck to his game plan, but was it enough?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The
I
judges
don't
score
know,
this
man.
contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Kimbo Slice!
Not the way we thought it would occur.
I mean, Kimbo was very lackluster in that. Very lackluster. And I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. We need to go to OG and like legit what this channel is all about. I'm sorry, Wes. I'm sorry, everyone. This is where it has to go. If it doesn't go here, look. I'm sorry. We're done. We're done with Kimbo. We're done with all this other stuff. We're done with Manny. We're done with Mayweather. We're done with this stuff. We can't do it anymore. There's only one thing that we need to do.
Oh, he's been talking a lot.
There's one man.
He's gonna be slow, nice for him.
Mike Tyson will forever be cemented in the Highlight Hall of Fame for his impeccable style that battered, bruised, and in some cases, leaving his opponents completely disfigured.
It's just my nature. You know what I mean? To reach for you and take your heart or your blood or your spleen or your liver.
Welcome back to MMA TV Productions. In today's video, we will exclusively focus on Mike Tyson's amazing and aggressive style called the Peekaboo style.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. Is not we don't want to watch Mike Tyson? No?
Salmon tartare on a vanilla.
I think what we should watch is this. This is probably better.
Oil topped with papaya sesame seaweeds.
What? That's it?
The bean don't eat no snooty food.
Hold on, let me see if I can find a better source. We have to watch some Butterbean. We have to watch some Butterbean. We have to watch some Butterbean. I mean, all-time Butterbean.
In 1990s.
Okay. This is how we're going to end tonight, boys.
7. Eric Esch, better known as Butterbean, mounted to the ring for the IBA World Heavyweight title against Ed White.
Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Haymaker right hand by Butterbean. Gonna give Butterbean too many chances.
I mean, straight up just raw Butterbean.
He won this fight by knockout and became the world champion. Despite the fact that this is not the most prestigious title in the world of boxing, Eric's achievement is worthy of great respect.
It's 4th of July, boys.
Butterbean was not a
4th of July.
Winner. He astounded the world with
I'll
the
be right
number
back.
of knockouts that he
But we'll
produced
watch
in 20
Butterbean
years.
during it.
But let's start from the very beginning. Eric was born in 1966 in Atlanta. His childhood was difficult, with his mother passing away when he was just 8 years old, and constant bullying from his peers due to his excessive weight. Like many other fighters, this difficult childhood and a desire to rise above it sent Eric to the gym. When he was 18 years old, he had a son with his girlfriend, and another a few years later. With his growing family, Eric had to work tirelessly to provide for them. From colleagues in the tile production shop where he worked, Eric heard about the local amateur boxing tournament and saw this as a good opportunity. With great difficulty, he managed to meet the weight limit, which was 400 pounds. The tournament was held in 2 stages, and Eric triumphed by knocking out 4 people during 2 days of competition.
Okay.
At that moment, he realized that in his fists were the chance to become a champion.
Here we go.
Believing in his skill, Esch went on to win 4 more tournaments in 1990. His string of wins caused him to be noticed by manager Art Dorr, known for his work with former world champion Murray Sutherland. Dorr and Sutherland took Eric under their wing and trained him to become a boxer. At the amateur level, Eric won 56 fights.
Oh, dude, Don was amazing.
And only 5 losses. But there was one big problem. Esch, who received the nickname Butterbean, tired quickly. His huge mass demanded incredible energy costs.
Peter gets in the chair. Oh, there's a right and a flurry. Oh, Peter's got him in the head. That's a flurry. A big shot missed by Butterbean.
George Washington Machine would be proud.
After consulting with Art Dorr, they decided that his matches should not last for more than 6 rounds. Butterbean made his debut in the professional ring on October 15th, 1994.
Here we go, boys.
His second and third professional bouts used the 6-round format that they had decided upon. He won both, but after the third fight, he almost fainted from
No
exhaustion
emotion.
and
He
shortness
is the
of breath.
Chuck Norris
Art Dorr decided
of
that
our
4
goddamn
rounds was more than
generation.
enough. Butterbean was called the king of 4-round fights, as most other fighters were unable to stand against this giant. Most often, his rivals were novices or club-level fighters. But there were several matches against other, much more serious
Larry
boxers.
Holmes!
Larry Holmes among them. Regardless of his physical characteristics and weight, Eric had the talent to easily attract viewers. In professional boxing, Eric had 91 bouts with 77 wins, 58 of them by knockout. It would be impossible for us to show all of his fights in this video. Here are some of the best and toughest we could find. In the second video, we will go on to talk about Eric's exploits in sumo wrestling, the MMA, and kickboxing.
Dude lives in his trunk.
Second title fight.
Tyson says he wants to unify all the belts. If you win on Sunday night, this sets up a possible Tyson matchup. If he wants to get the belt, he's got to go through you.
He's got to have this one too.
Along with the WBC, if he wins those.
If.
The other belts.
That's right.
Okay, good luck to you this weekend.
He's talking about
In
fighting Mike
1995,
Tyson.
Butterbean fought against the athletic Doug Norris, whom he previously defeated
Imagine
and intended to do
your
so
manager
again.
calls your next opponent is Butterbean. Apparently, Triller offered Butterbean a fight with Mike Tyson in November. No fucking way, man. That's amazing. If that's true, that's amazing.
A month later, Butterbean met his counterpart, Paul Springer, who was more physically developed.
Toby Gibson about some of the pushing tactics that Paul Springer's using. You know, like most in their debut, Paul Springer can probably give it, but can he take it?
He just about lifted Paul Springer off the canvas, and this one is stopped right away. And Paul Springer with his post-fight comment. And Eric Butterbean.
If Butterbean has a fight, I am streaming that fucking, you better believe
After
it,
some
boys.
time, Eric decided to test the strength of bodybuilder Louis Monaco, who was only on his second bout in the professional league.
Oh, this is a classic.
Just the opposite of Butterbean. He lands a good right hand. Oh, there goes Monaco. Second knockdown in this round.
I mean, but classic Butterbean. Dude, we would do 24-hour live coverage of Butterbean fights. Absolutely. Like, dude, I would go there. I would be there. I would fucking absolutely do
In March 1998,
non-stop
Butterbean
coverage.
sought out a rematch against Cowboy Billy Eaton. Their first fight had been 6 months prior and had been the first draw in Eric's career.
Strange action in this ring.
He resides in Kidder, Missouri, works at a Ford plant there. And
But Eaton does not use his legs the way I think he should. He can use them a little bit more.
Yeah, Butterbean's going to hit you.
Oscar is slide to his left. Slide to his left.
If Butterbean gets on the inside, man.
And dropped him. Did it in the first round, and he was doing it again in this round.
Eaton certainly looks to be in pretty doggone good shape as well. Oh, in trouble.
Eden is winning this round, but he did score the knockdown from Bean, so I feel it's a...
How off balance he is, Oscar.
Eaton is about the business of working.
Butterbean is trying to make Eaton fight.
Butterbean had a granite chin, dude. Unbelievable chin.
Bean's shape. Tribute to the commissioner. He's been in with a new nutrition.
Oh, my God.
He got nailed with two good punches.
And walked into a left in the chin there.
Butterbean is being peak boxing. I mean, he is the definition. Boys, 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 boys.
Well, it took more than one mule punch from Bean. Several.
In 2000, Butterbean met with one of his most difficult rivals to defend his title, George Lindberger, nicknamed the Terminator.
Dude, I know, Wes. I thought you'd like this one, man.
Ultimately, of course, he's fighting.
All over. I mean, you don't have to love Butterbean, but dude, man, that punch. He could punch.
Finally, we return to 1999 to recall the fight between Butterbean and Bart Gunn. For some context, the Wrestling Federation had organized a new style of legit tournament in which there was no script and
More
the
like
fighters
butter
were fighting
blood.
for real. Until this point, victory in the tournament had gone to Bart Gunn.
They went to, like, legitness? I didn't realize that. Wes, we end the episode always with Johnny Knoxville getting crushed by Butterbean. We end every episode with Butterbean knocking out Johnny Knoxville.
If you like this video, press.
Butterbean was the holiest of holy boxers. Butterbean was an absolute force. Butterbean showed everyone why they should never ever sleep at night, because if there was a chance Butterbean could be there, or in the background, Butterbean would be there and will always. Here we go.
Ever knocked anyone out?
I hope California state records like 18 seconds, including the 10 count.
Classic Butterbean, man.
I think you're going to break that today. I'm Johnny Knoxville.
I'm Butterbean.
Today we're going to do a little boxing.
Dude, this is like my childhood right here. I remember this.
You guys touch gloves and come out fighting. Get up. One more time. That's the last time you kick my ass. One more time. Work it. That's it. Hit him once at least. There you go.
I love that moment. Hit me once. Wait. One more time.
There you go. Work it. That's it. Hit him once at least. There you go.
Oh, that's one of the best moments. Oh, I know. Poor department store people. It's one of the most legendary knockouts, man.
Butterbean okay?
I know, it's like a legit boxing match.
Where are we going, Larson? The hospital.
What the hell are we doing that for?
I don't know. Apparently I have a big gash in my head and I think I'm a little concussed. Sir, thank you. You'll probably see me in 2 to 3 days.
Okay. So as always on this channel, as you guys know, there's one champion and only one champion. That's Butterbean. Butterbean is the end-all, be-all champion. You know? It's like, we can talk about all these new guys. We can talk about, you know, it might be fun to see this guy fight that guy. It's not the same, though. There's only one guy that we want to see knocking out everyone else. And that's Butterbean. God bless Butterbean. Let Butterbean be with you this wonderful holiday. If you are here in the U.S., I hope you are here in the U.S. If you're not, that's okay. Hopefully you still enjoy the content. But let Butterbean be with you guys. Happy fucking 4th of July. I am going to smoke a 15-pound brisket tomorrow. So yeah, I have my hands full to say the least. But regardless, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. There's no fights tomorrow night. There's no fights tomorrow night. I hope you guys have a really good time this long weekend if you're here in the US. If you're not, by the way, we will have some episodes. We will have some clips on the YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe because we're going to make sure to give you guys content regardless of us being live and, you know, what's going on. And next week, there's almost nothing going on in terms of boxing, but we will still do a Wednesday night follow-up I mean, there's no one that's really showing up for the Ultimate Fighter on Tuesday. So Wednesday night, we will do boxing news. And then next Friday, we will do Classic Fight Night. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying, like, do you guys like this Classic Fight Night thing? Do you guys enjoy this kind of like going back through the times and watching old school fights? I love it. I mean, personally, I truly love it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Hopefully it's super fun for you guys, because I think it's awesome to see how the sport has evolved, as well as seeing the different people. Have a wonderful 4th of July. If you're not here in the U.S., thank you for being by, stopping by and enjoying everything. And on that note, guys, we will be live next week on Wednesday and Friday. Guaranteed. Wednesday night is boxing news night. Friday night is classic boxing night. And maybe we'll do a couple videos on the channel if you guys want. So, anyways, thank you guys so much. Super fun. And with that said, have a wonderful, hopefully long weekend. If you're not in the U.S., just have a great weekend. Oh, McGregor Poirier, what if it happens? I have a specialist I'm going to be talking to, Minnie. Just to give you a quick update on that. I have a specialist I'm going to be talking to and doing an interview on that. So, with that said, have a great evening and weekend. And, it's America's birthday. So, I'm going to be probably buying guns, shooting guns, having a good time with fireworks, and probably smoking meat for like 15 to 20 hours and shit. Anyways, have a good one, boys. Oh, wait. Wait. One thing. I just thought of this. We need to do one thing really quick. I just thought of this. Sorry. If you're on Twitch, hold on. We need to do this. If you're on Twitch, hold on. We need to do this. If you're on Twitch, we need to do this really quick. Let me find some. Yeah, all the guns. I don't have the ammo for all the guns. Sadly. I have a lot of guns, though. That is for sure. Okay. This is what we're going to do, boys. We're going to raid someone really quick on Twitch. Make sure to say hello. You don't have to stay by their stream. It's just a quick hi, how you doing? Give a little support to small streamers. I just like to do it at the end of everything, I feel like it's a good way to end the stream, just to give a little extra, a little extra pep to the end of the stream. It's, people that have small streams, but it's important to support them and give them a little bit of love. So, let me make sure that we do that. Minnie, thank you so much for being here. Even if it's like one person, it doesn't matter. I think it's important. So,